have any subscriber emotes, and Meta is mad and hates me. So it is, in fact, Tuesday, and that means we are here for Myth Dawn. And I'm excited. I'm nerve-sighted is what's happening. We're about to go find a giant falling star. Summer's going to make us sad as usual, and Eric said he rewrote this episode several times, and that cannot bode well for us. So let's jump right into the commander of Sadville. Summer, who are you? What are you doing here? And how do you plan to make us sad today?
Hey everybody, I'm Summer. I'm playing Zarina, the Grigori Ranger, and I guess you'll see how I make you sad. But yeah, I'm excited. Today's prompt messed me up big time, and I'm excited to see what your guys are.
I'm not. I'm sad about it. I'm a little sad boy about it. Meta, I'm most excited to hear what yours is because you've been working on it for the entire day. So, Meta, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing today?
First off, I'd like to say fuck you. And second of all, I'm Metamancer. I have been focusing most of my day on coding stupid, shitty Roll20 character sheets and trying to ponder the meaning of life and how to answer Eric's prompt for this week for the last 3 days.
It's true.
I play Minea Etri. She is a consort bard, and my prompt is not going to give you any feels whatsoever. I'm under delivering this week.
Thank God. I need one of these that doesn't make me feel anything.
It's good.
We actually look forward to that part.
Yeah. We just want one chill prompt for once.
And we'll jump over to Grant Ellis. Who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing tonight?
Hello, my name's Grant Ellis. I'm an independent content creator for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I'm also, in some circles, known as America's favorite fat kid. And tonight I will be playing Brother Talk, who's kind of the Don Quixote of the group. And he's got a really cool stick right now.
He does have a cool stick right now. That's true. That is true. And last but not least, the arbiter of our demise. Eric, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you having kill us today?
Hey, you give me too much credit. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm an affiliate streamer, role-playing game producer, and designer. I'm super excited to get into this. I'm going to do some crazy shit today, and hopefully it pays off.
Yeah. You guys give me too much credit. Iceberg combat. Okay, sure, Eric. Yeah, we almost the water
Crazy
was the
stuff?
biggest opponent.
Look, I shared that shit on Twitter, man. It's not the DM. It's always the players. Okay,
Sure.
And it's always the players because this game is nothing without you.
Oh,
Right. You guys, just all of you, right? Not just Mike. I don't want to say it. I'm talking to Mike, but I mean all.
just
all
me.
of you.
Everyone else. Okay. This is. We're having a moment. Everyone else, get out. So before I throw things over to Eric to start this show, I'll remind you guys you can interact with the show directly by hitting that retweet, also by donating in the bottom section there below the whole stream for Nat 20s, Nat 1s, all kinds of cool fun stuff. And with that, Eric, take us away.
Hey everybody. Guess what? This is Myth Dawn, and when we do Myth Dawn, we need to do a little recap. Who wants to do the recap? What happened last week?
I think Brother Talk should do the recap.
Darn right I should. Last week on Myth Dawn, Brother Talk faced off against the vile gargoyle menace from the evil Morellin. Was that her name? The Seventh Sister. She's one of those horrible people that live in the wastes. And he is, during the campaign, one of our arch foes who has been seeking us out and trying to take us captive. And there's a good chance that he killed our friend Cinderberry. Well, he showed up at the worst of times, and we had the epic battle across the frozen wastes. A glacier was collapsing while the party faced off with Akkad. Akkad struck Brother Talk, dropping him to 1 hit point remaining. And at that moment, Talk shoved him off the icy cliff and into the water, where he remained for a good 5 rounds. Zarina, the Grigori Ranger, saved the day as Akkad unleashed his savage counterattack, and Akkad flew up into the air 90 feet with Zarina riding on him, and Summer broke bad on everyone and was like, if this is how it goes, this is how it goes. She landed the killing blow, dropped about 100 feet into the icy water below, dying on impact, and her friend, Minea, the aquatic-based consort, swam and saved her within moments of what would have been inevitable death. During most of this, Talk and Raijin were flailing about, clumsily trying to climb rocks and other such menial tasks, not really getting very far. I like to think that we were the cheerleaders that day. Afterwards, we journeyed a long while, found some ruins, and Minea said, I have 5 levels of exhaustion. I'm ready to sleep for a week. And so we began to camp out. Talk began investigating the ruins. They seemed to bring back some memories. Turns out that we have found a variety of magic items that we began attuning with and discovering. And with that kind of brings us up to speed. We know we don't have much time before the star lands, so granted, we've taken like 1 or 2 long rests the entire campaign, so it's okay, I think, that we stopped to recover some HP and our spell slots. But that's essentially what happened last week. More or less. That's the good parts version.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. You only gave us the hits here. That's awesome. All right, so just like every other episode of Myth Dawn, we start with the previously on, and then we also follow up with how we get inspiration. And that's a prompt. And every week I send out a little prompt about and ask each player to come up with a short little story about something that reflects about their character, or maybe even something they think about the world that's interesting, and share it with us. And this week's prompt is a lie you wish were true. So who wants to go first?
I'll jump right in. So this narrative aside is set over the soundtrack of that, that typical pen on parchment noise that's in every movie ever that has that. And it says Fujin.
We'll do it for you.
Yeah. Fujin, I hope the Mother Storm finds you well, and I hope for your safe return, laden with the treasures lost to our people. Brother Tak has found himself new purpose in comparing me to you, and he never ceases with ideas to improve me towards his vision of perfection. Despite his constant and unwanted lessons, I am well. My crafting has improved greatly since your departure, and Vashnyara seems to be my muse. I hope to one day craft a fine vessel for you to ride as your chariot into untold victories. Until then, you must regale me with your tales of daring adventure, brother. I will see you soon. May the wrath of the void guide you. Raijin Asherok.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right, Summer, make everyone sad.
Wonderful. Is it
Are you
spelled
sure?
Is it spelled F-U-G-I-N?
J-I-N.
Ah, J-I-N. Thank you. Oh, like you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right, cool.
Original parents. Okay, I'll do mine.
Yeah, take it away.
There was something in the way they looked at her, something in the way they spoke to and about her, something in their eyes that felt more real than anything she'd ever known, something that tied them together, 2 hearts reaching out to one another. It was love.
Mm. Yeah, but that was cute sad.
That's romantic. Yeah.
It's a lie you wish were true.
Oh, now it's real sad. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Took me back to high school there, Summer.
Deep in her inner sanctum, beneath her towering tapestries, Vashnyara, the herald of prophecies, has discovered an anomaly. The red-haired veteran inveterate to realities, both known and unknown, locates the source to the trouble. She strides confidently in her ornate golden robes wreathed in fire, to her numerous sextants and mobile strung with globes, until she finds that single one that depicts the dance of all realities. She finds the singular orb among dozens that seems to refuse to go along and partake in this dance. It seems perpetually stuck between light and dark. She looks worried. Something very powerful has lied, or has begun to believe a lie that exists across all the realities that they have visited. For it's a very common lie, and that it's a lie that all speakers think At one time, it can defy this hymn of creation, this journey from birth to death, and exist forever. She studies the orb in question until she rips and yanks the sphere off this mobile and throws it down right on the hall's floor. It cracks open, revealing 7 smooth black obsidian shards. And as she counts them, a black mist begins to fill the room. That's my story.
Oh. I'll go next. 100 generations ago, when Tok lived amongst the consort, he and his family once took a turn over the waters on a visiting voidcraft. The sun slowly sank away, falling deeper on the horizon, and the water reflected the amber blaze of a glowing sky. Tok and Lady Orabelle watched a solitary songbird soar in perfect synchronization with a great swimming fish that lived below the water's surface. The Voidborn told them the story as to how and why this phenomenon happens. The great bird god once fell in love with the queen of the sea, but they would always be apart based on the distinct habitations and defined biology. They were always destined to swim and soar and sink, always together, but forever apart. Though on some nights, when the sky was completely clear, the Voidborn say that the queen of the sea could be seen on the moon, and the great bird god could be seen on the tide. But this was just an old Voidborn story. The fish and the bird could never actually live together, but Tok wished they could.
Okay. That's
Okay,
nice.
I like it. I guess I'm the last one.
Mhm.
All right, cool. The world is a good and just place, Minea. If you walk an honorable path, feed the hungry, love the lonely, find the lost, and comfort the grief-stricken, good things will be returned to you. This is our way.
Yikes.
Oh, man. Yikes.
Ow. That one was rough.
Yeah. All right.
Yikes.
So we all rested, right? We all took a nice little long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is there anything anyone wants to do at camp or say anything before you guys get ready to go down to those ruins that I was describing?
Now, were they the ruins by the campsite?
No, these
The
they're
other
about,
ones.
yeah, these are the ruins that fall pretty much directly underneath the star or the comet.
Yeah, we were on like a bluff, right, overlooking
Yeah.
a whole shitload of ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Raijin looks to Minea and says, "Are you good to travel?"
I'm as good as I will be.
Perhaps you stay in the middle.
Maybe.
Don't get hit by anything else. Great.
Yeah.
Good. Shall we?
Lead the way.
Well
Okay.
then. And he starts marching towards this falling star.
Yeah. Okay. You guys you pass what appears to be a gate or perhaps some sort of like what once was a door or some kind. These massive stones just sort of flank around you. They all seem very deliberate, very smooth, very carved. Whatever language once existed here, whatever song these stones used to sing has long since been silenced. But you can't help but feel that this place is very, very old and belonged to something very, very, very connected, I think is the word that you guys settle on. It feels in tune or what's the word? In harmony with this red comet above you. So, you guys definitely. Who has the highest passive perception? That's probably Min, right? Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at 16, in case anybody.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am a very perceptive one.
Yeah. So you are the one who sees sort of like through these ruins, sort of like the path you probably need to go, and you see in the distance that sort of suspended near the center of this place, there is a seems to be kind of jutting out of nowhere with no suspension, a spiral staircase that's sort of like that seems to sort of form and then deform and then form again, like it's building itself up, sort of like one of those just nice little square, sort of the same material that everything else is made out of here. Just slabs that sort of go up and then kind of come back down. Seems almost like with the weather. And something tells you that's the place where you guys need to go.
Is it just like dead silent in this place? Is there any kind of sign of like life or vegetation, flora, fauna? That kind of thing?
It's quiet as a tomb, my friend.
I don't like that. I don't like your turn of phrase there. I don't like the immediate surrounding. I've had my ass kicked more times than I like to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to investigate and get some more information, or if you guys just want to say fuck it and go to the
Actually, what kind of ruins does this look like? Does this still look like Voidborn ruins, or does this look like something else? Oh.
No, this looks like something else. This is something very old. Predates even the Voidborn.
I like to investigate like kind of the perimeter before we walk further in.
Sure.
Looking for,
tell me,
like anything that doesn't look like it's part of the ruin, as far as the general architecture goes, and more of adjustments, or I guess in some cases not necessarily traps, because I don't think Minea would have too much knowledge there, but definitely environmentally strange architectural elements, so to speak.
Sure. So you're not touching anything. You're just kind of just looking around and seeing, finding something that would. Sure. Give me an investigate check. Probably wisdom, because you're not really like intelligently looking for this thing. It's probably more like, one of these things is not like the other, but you're also deliberately doing it, and not, so it's not perception.
So it's perception?
No, it's investigation wisdom, because you're actively doing this, but you're searching for something that you're not sure of.
Okay, because investigation uses intelligence.
Right. Let me explain how this works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll, if you are proficient in investigation, you get to add your proficiency modifier. You're going to use your wisdom ability modifier on this roll, and then a d20. It's a variant skill system that the designers often use, because you're not necessarily relying on intelligence.
Okay. So I'm not proficient in investigation, so how would I roll that?
A wisdom check.
Yep, just wisdom.
So if you literally click the word wisdom on the left side of your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, totally.
I think this would be like wisdom of the fact that I explored a lot of ruins, trying to investigate previous history of the people and the environment, so we'd probably relying a lot on that.
Yeah, there's definitely traces of architecture of the consort here, right?
Oh.
But it seems to be like a proto consort style place. There's something, a lot of these ruins in here have been sort of like heavily improved upon by the great city now, but here it seems to be this of sort of like the rough draft, maybe. There's also other influences here that you can't quite trace.
Can I
seems
trace
to be
them?
like, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Here. Let me describe what you find. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's a statue, right? It's like part of a statue that seems to probably been like broken and eroded over time. In fact, it's almost like suspended in this red light. There's like it sort of gives it this sort of like you're standing in a room. It feels like you're in a room that's really dusty, right? So like there's like a lot of like these motes of light that sort of just kind of float and suspend all around this thing. That's there's no head or arms left to it. It's just kind of just like the body of these robes. But it definitely draws your attention to being like, that seems like a lot. That's remarkably like the style of consort sculptures. The way that the body arches and bends. So, anyways, yeah, you'd probably grab Zarina, and yeah, Zarina, what do you give me a check? Describe to live here. Tell me what you do.
So Zarina's probably walking a few steps behind Min, and kind of paying attention to like how she's doing. I think she's very conscious of how Minea is acting, just because they're still so tired from the day before. And so I think as she sees Minea's like wandering gaze, basically, she would also turn to kind of look and be like, oh, what's getting her attention? Essentially. So she's kind of looking to follow.
Okay. So I think this is probably an investigate check, but are you the statue to be very old. It kind of looks Grigori to you.
Right.
Do you think you would be using your hand is raised? Yes.
Would I be able to give her advantage since I'm pointing out specific elements?
Exactly.
Yay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, you're looking this over. Tell me what you think you would be rolling here. It's probably something like an investigation. Maybe it's history. Maybe it's, something else.
I think it would probably be history, actually, just because. So something that not a lot of Grigori do is work in the capital, which is like where most of their physical art or like architecture would be. But basically, as soon as she was enslaved by the Grigori, she spent a lot of time in her physical body. So I think this would be, if it's architecture, it would probably be recall. And if she's specifically looking for Grigori influences, the Grigori architecture and like physical art scene hasn't changed a lot in like hundreds of years because they don't spend any time in the physical world. So yeah, I would say history probably.
Okay, history it up.
History with advantage, right?
Yes.
That's not 20 then.
That's a nat 20. That's pretty good. Okay. Yes. So this is I think on one hand maybe Min says that this is consort, and then to you this is definitely Grigori. It is absolutely both. I think that's all you're able to get. No, you got a natural 20. I'll give you a little bit more that for being extra curious here. You're gonna have to work together to figure out the answer here, because this is like, it's using a Grigori pose and doing something that's like a Grigori would do, but this is something that a consort would know. And based on like the shape here, it's definitely singing. However, it's singing something that only a current consort would probably reference or know.
Right.
Are there inscriptions on the statue?
There's not an inscription here, but there are some other like more broken statues that have inscriptions around that you probably give you enough of a
Context?
respect. That's the context. I was gonna say clues. The context for what this is and what they're singing.
Okay.
They reference the bridge.
Okay.
The bridge to the choruses is what they say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as soon as Z sees like Min looking at the statue, she like kind of comes up to her and is like, I think it's Grigori.
I think it's consort. Is it both? Can it be both?
I mean, it's old. Anything's possible.
I mean, the architecture reminds me a lot of what we have in our ruins back at home, but it's different somehow.
Yeah, we don't have much like this, but what we do have, this feels familiar in a way.
Well, there's inscriptions on other statues here that reference music, some kind of like a song. And it has to do with that strange bridge thing in the middle, I think. I don't know if it's safe though. I know we have to go that way. I have a feeling just telling us that we need to go there, but I don't think it's going to be as simple as climbing the steps there.
I mean, no part of our journey so far has been safe. We knew that.
That's true. Exploration's dangerous, so
We're so close.
we can figure it out. What are the boys doing?
I never know what they're doing.
Some rocks collapse in the distance. Somewhere else.
Was that a real life question?
And
Somewhere?
then smash cut over to what you guys are doing.
Smash cut over to Raijin leaning on something as it tips over.
We're both punching rocks, seeing who can break the most.
I hate statues.
We're tagging things. I want to sort of make my way over to Min and Z.
Yeah, 'cause we've definitely stopped at this point, I think, to just look at the statue.
Yeah.
And Talk is somewhere between 1,500 to 2,000 years old. We established last week that Talk was familiar with the nearby region and had recalled being in this area sometime before, but he couldn't remember quite all the details. He is a trained historian, a trained monk who is fluent in Grigori language. What does he make out of, like, no goals to accomplish anything? How does he interpret the statue as he sees it? He lived amongst the consort. He's familiar with this. What sort of does he make out of this phenomenon?
Sure. So you know that this place has a connection to other planes. It's a conjunction point for planar resonance, right? Basically, if you want to go somewhere off world, this is a very premium place. I think historically, that this place was also ruined sometime very, very, very long ago historically, but that this place is still like a like a ley line, and that's the sound that you hear in the ruins. Yep. 1 second.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
That's a terrifying noise. I don't want to be part of that.
I don't
like coming home, and it's causing my dog to go crazy.
Yeah, that's perfectly okay. Dogs are wonderful creatures. I love them. I hope the dog is happy. This is like me as a player, terrified of interplanar stuff because all the horrible nasties can come through here. Likewise, we can be sucked someplace horrible. So I'm very nervous as a player.
We all live. We win the game.
Yeah, the
GM's
DM's gone. That means we can just do whatever we want.
All right, quick.
Everybody get all the gold and the dragon treasures.
Yeah, so we activate the portal. We activate the portal and send the evil comet away.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
yeah, this man. I always do this crap to my players too, where it's like, aha, planes, and they're like, oh.
I think it's a puzzle.
For sure it is.
The bridge stairway thing is definitely a puzzle. I need to figure out what I think. This is what Manea's thought process is right now. While Eric gets resettled, is that she has to play the song for the bridge to work.
Interesting. Eric, while everyone's looking at the pretty art, you said there was words. Are there any, like, arcane... is it all just common speech, like common parlance, or are there like arcane sigils and like things like that
No,
around?
There is absolutely no arcane sigils. All of the things they were able to construe from the words and things like that is all just based on, like, you're looking at proto consort, like these proto languages, and you're just kind of like, I mean, that kind of looks like this, you're imagine trying to read Old English.
Gotcha.
Right? So yeah, there are things that look like magical runes. Is there something in particular that you're interested in?
Yes, magical runes is what I'm. So yeah, so Raijin is really as a dragonborn. Raijin isn't huge on art. Like art's not their big thing. Like their ships are art. Their clothing is art. Their way of life is their art. They're not big in the actual form of art. It's not like Voidborn sculptures and things like that. But he is innately attuned to divine and arcane scriptures because he is attuned to the Void Mother. So yeah, that's his only contribution. Is he doesn't really understand what they're looking at, and he's like, oh yes, it looks like a statue of a lady doing this motion. No. I don't get it. But he would be looking at the text, so trying to be figuring out what that is.
No. The closer you get to the locus, the closer you feel more like there's more and more runes that are still up.
Okay. And how far are we from this focal point?
I mean, you guys aren't that far away. What do you know? More rocks, more things come down. You guys are maybe like 3 or 4 blocks away, in terms of this was like a city.
So more rocks are falling.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't caused by you this time.
Right.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, like, if like one rock fell, even, and then another group fell, Zarina would like pull men away, basically, to the bridge or wherever they need to go, wherever they felt led to go. If things are literally crumbling apart here,
we're gonna get eaten.
There's a slight problem. I don't think that it's safe to go up there yet. I'm not sure. I don't understand it. Okay, if I touch this thing, this weird staircase thing.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna go see.
10d10 lightning damage. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Just the bottom one. I'd like to use identify.
It's a magic item.
No, it's a spell.
No. That's what I meant. Like.
Oh yeah, It's obviously a magic item if it's doing and stuff floating. Suspended.
Yeah. It's so the closer. So as you guys approach the locus, you get into a sort of like a center plaza like space, and and you feel here an absolute connection between 2 adjoining planes, which smells a lot like ozone. You're sort of like in the middle of a ley line, if you want to think of it that way. Currently, while you're seeing these stairs that seem to kind of like resonate with this ley line, so like the stronger it is, it seems to sort of like connect, and these staircases start going up, and then it's kind of just disconnects as the resonance through frequency shifts and changes, and it comes back down. And then the stones just rather than fall to the ground, seem to just turn back into these motes of dust and light and ash and sand that seem to just be around here. In fact, it's almost like raining sand and this stuff. The more you get here, it's like a nice little like sprinkle just coming from. You look up and you can't see where. It's just slowly trickling down in here. It's kind of the source of where all these motes of dust and stuff are coming from.
So what kind of spell created this?
Does that answer 9th level spells?
It says
identify. It just tells you what school of magic it is.
If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell.
Right. This isn't an item, but this was a spell. You are connected to, I guess conjuration would be the closest.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazingly powerful conjuration.
We're gonna get killed by Vecna.
Yeah.
What a way to go, though.
Yeah, I think like even if people were hesitating, Z would like want to push ahead.
No, I totally want to go in straight ahead, straight way. No fear.
There's a fair amount of transmutation as well in the air, but it's predominantly conjuration here.
Okay.
Multiple magics.
Mm-hmm. So, are you guys all just hanging out here, like trying to figure out what to do with these stones?
If everyone is sort of focused on these stones and there are noises happening and Rajan doesn't understand what's happening with the stones, like it's clearly not his forte, he would kind of look back to everyone and say, if you're going to stay here and look at that, I'm going to scout ahead. And he's going to slowly start to creep in the direction of wherever that focal point is.
No, that's where they are.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
at the
this is
focal...
where
Oh,
we're
I
at.
thought that was in the distance.
No.
F me.
I-
Oh, in that case, he goes up to that. I thought that was
did
like
wanna
deeper in the
ask-
ruins. My bad.
Based
Oh, no
on
problem.
the other structures and such, like inscriptions that I've seen, can I cobble together this song? Like, can I figure out like even pieces of it?
Yeah. Give me another either investigation or a perform check, maybe, or tell me what it is that you're doing to figure out like what does men do to sort of like attune themselves to this place.
What
can
I would
help.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a combination of Grigori and Consort, which is why the notes or the general proto language doesn't fully make sense to either of us. I would probably say performance, since she would base it off of her skills and knowledge, knowing how to perform music and sing songs. So that's what I'd probably go with on that one.
Yeah, and like so basically what the Grigori do for music is a like ripped off version of consort music for like the most part. So I think like they've kind of repurposed it for themselves. And you know, Zarina doesn't play an instrument, but I think she's very familiar with music because it's a big part of Undava. It's like constantly going. I mean, it's like a 24/7 party essentially. So I think she would be willing to help if she sees any familiar bits of Grigori or anything that looks familiar from home. She'd be more than happy to help Min figure out this song.
Yeah. Okay. You know that to do this is going to take a little bit of time.
Right.
Go ahead and give me to really determine the scope of like how to resonate this is going to be a at least one, like someone needs to make a check here to just kind of determine just sort of what's the scope is of doing this. Sort of like
Okay.
what is going on and what you will need to do it.
So do you mean like
You right now you get a sense that it's possible. Like you guys kind of get together, like because for the reason you just described, you're like, okay, I get it. Okay, there's something here, and now it's like now you're trying to figure out this kind of the actual extent of what this is going to take and
So if
What-
they're working,
Right.
if they're working
what sort of
against-
spells need to be casted, what sort of attunements need to be made in order to bolster the resonance here.
right? So what do you think we should roll?
I mean, right now, I think this is probably an investigate check, right? But
Yeah.
it might be investigate charisma, or it might be like if you're like trying to get yourself in line here, like thinking about it. It could also be wisdom or even intelligence, because if you're thinking about historically and trying to deduct what's going on, right? It's really all about the style of how your character does it. I think I think the skill check is obviously investigate, but the adverb of how you investigate is very much
Right.
stylistic to your character, and that's an ability.
Yeah,
Right.
I think this is going back to that role I did with history. That's kind of where she's coming at this from. Like she's using her
Yeah.
knowledge of statues that are around the capital of Nanalt. I think she is like pulling on those memories, which are, I would like to say, they're very vivid because they are all terrible memories, and they're definitely the freshest in her mind, being in the last several years. But so I think she's pulling more to the language side of it, more to the old. If there's any like old Grigori, because you said there's like rough draft consort, but if there's somewhere in the middle, I think that's kind of where she's coming from, and like looking for clues that would help Min be able to like play this song. So a question that I know you addressed this, but with the statue, do they look more consort or do they look more Grigori? Like, or is it like somewhere straight
It's
down the middle?
ambiguous. It's
Right.
ambiguous. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I would be doing. That's what Z would be up to.
I think
Okay.
this would probably be a wisdom investigation again for me, just because it's only based on. Go ahead.
One of you is making the test. The other person is
Okay.
helping.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Either
roll
or.
or do you want to roll?
I'll
I'll be rolling investigation with intelligence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. At advantage, I'm guessing. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. But I also have advantage from tweets. Can I roll again?
No, advantage does not. Yeah,
Double advantage.
does not stack.
No.
Eric, while this is going on, I'm
Yeah.
actually reaching out to my god, who I've made an oath with, and has sent me back to this plane of existence. And I am asking my deity, what thing would they have me do here? I am sincerely taking a knee, placing the redeeming grace, my great sword, before me, and I'm trying to reach out beyond, using the ley lines to sort of channel my thoughts and my desire to know the thing that I am to do here, and seek direction. Where would they have us go, and what would they have me do?
Sure. So I need. Are you just like praying right now, or is there a mechanical ability here? Are you trying to?
It could be. It could maybe be persuasion check. It could maybe be.
Nah, it's gonna be a
Essentially,
luck
that's what
roll.
I'm doing. So, what's that?
Nah, it would be. It would be luck, just a straight 1d20. Then, if you're trying to reach out to your god. While I could no, just make a charisma check. Make a charisma check. I'll just make it a. This is just a more difficult test. That's all.
Yeah, I do have background features that help me contact beings, spirits, etc.
Yes.
on
That's
the
right.
other
So
planes.
you. Oh yeah, I forgot you have that ability. Oh, so you do have something.
Yeah, I have a
So-
couple things. Yeah.
Yeah. So make it proficient in it. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be this plus 2, I guess. Or low level. Plus 2 is 16.
Okay. And you're asking your god right now one more time for guidance.
Yeah. What thing would they have me do here to reach our goal destination, or to help the sisters? I refer to them as.
Yeah.
What thing would they have me do to help my sisters? That's what I refer to them as.
You get a very clear response, and it says protect, right? Like you have the sense of protect. And
Okay. I'm
So-
drawing the Staff of Striking, and I'm taking a defensive posture and surveying the area to see if there's any danger incoming.
Right. And so before I answer that question, though, I want to go back to answer Zarina's and
Okay.
Min's response about investigating what they need to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys need to. You think you can kind of feel and sense with an investigation roll of 12. You can definitely sense that there is you can kind of feel the rhythm of the song that sort of that's keeping these planes intact. And then you think that if you guys can sing this together, you think there might be a chance that you guys can stabilize this sort of connection here. As far as you can tell, this connection to the comet, right?
Right.
And so you definitely get a sense that if you came here earlier, the connection was stronger. So now you guys are kind of, working harder to get this going. And so that mechanically, this is going to be like a skill challenge here.
Okay.
I'm going to need you guys to do a series of performance checks
Okay.
together to get this happening. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem. However, back to Grant, you
Here it
guys are
goes.
you guys are getting under attack.
Yep.
So Grant, looking around, you see the source of, or at least one's possible source of some rocks falling. There's a black ichor-like creature that seems to be leaping from rooftop to rooftops, and then there's another and another until 5 of them appear. and bring you over here.
All right.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Before we get our ass kicked, Eric, was I able to look at those the runes?
Oh yeah, I don't want to. I'm sorry. I should answer your question here.
That's okay.
Yeah. What's your intention of looking at these runes?
So
what are you trying to gain?
So Raijin is a rune scribe.
Yes.
So he's well versed in runes and their meanings and their magical intonations, whether divine or arcane. So having seen these ancient ruins and seeing everyone trying to figure out what the hell this thing is, he's going to look and see what arcane or religious connotation these set of runes mean in like this kind of order.
These are runes of binding. These are most of the runes that you see around here are almost. I mean, mechanically speaking, if you want to talk D&D real quick, they are dimensional. Either like some of them are dimensional anchors, and some of them are more like a gate like spell. So it seems like there's options for turning on and off, like these connectional frequencies, or at least there was at one time, but they seem to be kind of dead. There might be some you're detecting some like residual energy here, but these runes are so far beyond that once they originally were, right? They're just faded echoes.
Okay.
Of what these were.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, there's absolutely like abjuration magic here, and conjuration magic to mine, if that's something that you're interested
And there's no like. No, that makes sense. Yeah, so this is like some kind of ritual of binding or some kind of spell work of binding. Okay. He would have said that, but now we're getting attacked by things, so it's too late for that.
Yep. It seems like,
yeah, go ahead, Eric.
No, it just seems that like the more you guys are around this locust point, it seems like these things are drawn to what you're doing. Right.
Okay, I have a mechanical question for Eric.
Yeah.
When I took my long rest, would my staff that I was attuned with recharge charges? It had 2
Yes.
remain. Okay, so I will roll that now.
Okay. Cool.
Not
Nice.
bad.
Okay. I'm gonna need the initiative from everybody, including both Min and Zarina. But obviously, you guys are going to be trying to keep get this thing going if you want.
Right.
Mike, we suck.
This is my life now.
Is this thing?
Wow, you guys did terrible.
I, for one, welcome our new Iker overlords.
Yeah.
You don't know my life.
They're legless and they fly, but they seem to sort of have like pseudopod like juts around them. They're sort of amorphous, but they leap and jump at you. Why can't I not roll initiative for them? There we go.
No, thank goodness.
They did worse than you.
Lol.
Okay. Min, you're up first.
Okay, I'm gonna have my whip ready. So draw it for ready, but I'd like to do my performance to start singing the song.
Okay. So you're not going to play your instrument?
You said it was a song like voice.
Right.
Is that not?
Okay. It could be both, right?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that it was like not musical though.
Right. Well, I mean, music and magic and resonance. What is the
Okay.
difference to?
Yeah, no, I guess I can.
Yeah.
I can do
Yeah, it's
that.
up to you. No. It's,
Oh,
I
don't
just
worry. I
didn't
can't play
wanna-
an instrument. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll play the instrument and count on Z to assist me with singing, I guess. Or we'll do both. We'll do both. Why not
Do
both?
Do both.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Clicky thing. Great.
Okay.
We do have advantage from chat. You can spend that if you'd like.
Nah, I'm gonna wait. I think we're gonna need it.
You're gonna. I have terrible performance. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's all right.
Party.
Performance is my highest one, and I still rolled 10, so it's all good.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is not enough to get started here.
Of course, it's not.
No, you're trying. I think we just see you kind of like trying to begin to sing to the song. And you're like, oh, that's the wrong key, or because it's an old song. It's a song you don't know. You really are trying to learn by ear, and like maybe jazz isn't the easiest thing, especially ancient jazz is not
Ancient jazz. Okay.
Zarina.
Yeah. Okay, so I can do performance too, right?
Yes, you can do performance. Yeah, it have to be performance.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try performance. Wish me luck, everybody.
You could do it.
This is my next to worst skill.
This is a like a kind of a risky check. That's what you're trying to do here. So that's why it's a pretty difficult check.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I did better than Min did.
You did. You're getting a little closer. Like you guys are both trying to like work off learning from each other here, but
Yeah.
it's not enough to get this going.
Right. Not even if I take that advantage.
Oh wait, do you have advantage there?
I can use my tweet advantage.
Well, I can't tell you what the here is. So, do you want to take that or not?
No, I'm gonna hold off.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
All right.
Mechanical question for Eric. Is this a typical 4E skill challenge where 3 failures mean we fail forever?
No.
Okay.
Don't ask things
I was
like that.
I
That
will
puts you
have to because when they're like,
Yeah.
well, I'll save it. I'm like, well,
No. Do you want to? Do you want to do that?
No,
Because
no,
Listen, failing
no,
forever.
absolutely not.
Hold on. Well, let me be very clear there. To me, failing forever means failing forward and not
Yeah.
failing. You know what I mean?
the adventure continues.
Like, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not.
somebody else gets the star.
I just
No
want
way.
to point out if
Let me
Min
try
failed
forever.
forever on her performance check, then you guys are in a really bad place.
Her foundation
well,
as
yeah,
a person
I was-
just crumbles.
You know,
Listen, this was our first try. Let's rediscuss when we get to try 3.
that's
Yeah. Look, let's just see how good Tak and Raijin are at
Please
handling
protect us.
Better
I know
protect
you guys
us,
aren't
yeah.
very good
these
at it.
weird Langolier-looking motherfuckers. So,
We're- yeah.
Solid reference.
It's just I had to I just had to ask because I was like, he said skill check and we failed twice. I've fallen down 5,000
So,
foot cliffs when that's happened.
Eric,
So.
I have a really important question, which is I cannot possibly sing and shoot at the same time.
yeah,
I can't. I can't do both.
you cannot
I
do
have
both.
to choose.
Mhm. You have to concentrate and sing to this song. That's like,
Okay.
it's not as strong here. You really have to spend your
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
doing it.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go full talk on one of these dudes with my staff of striking. I'm holding it two-handed. 21 to hit.
Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for putting us in the engaged circle. Is that a progress clock above us?
It is.
Cool. That's awesome. I
Oh.
love those things.
What? What is a progress clock?
It means we have so many turns to succeed
Fucking
or
God damn it.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll let Eric explain it. So I roll 1d8 plus my thing, and I'm going to put a divine smite into this. So are they undead? I just have to ask.
No, they're not undead.
So it hits for 11 bludgeoning, followed by 9 radiant, followed by, and I'm pumping 3 charges of Staff of Striking into it for an additional 3d6 force. So that's 18, 29.
That's a real solid hit on this thing. It is not dead, but
Right.
it's not like it resisted the blow. It's you whack this thing down. It's, I mean, if we're using 4th edition terminology, it's certainly bloody. Like it realizes it cannot be very brazen. You know, I think with the rest of its pack, it was trying to be a little bit bold, and you really taught it a lesson here with that hit. Cool. Good stuff.
That's my favorite item I've ever had in any D&D campaign. I never get magic items. I love it.
Yeah. we'll see.
So I am going to position myself between these monstrosities and Min and Zai. So like these beasts have to get through me to go to them. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do.
You can try.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And then he slides the cutlass out, and as he slides the cutlass out, the runes sparkle and gleam across the top of it as I activate my Sunk On runes. So my blade glistens with that Voidborn electricity of the Void Storm. And that's a bonus action, and then I'm going to... Is there one near me?
No, you would have to wait to charge, or you could charge out to those ones. So imagine you guys are sort of like in the middle of an open circular plaza.
Yeah.
And these stones are kind of forming above you, and we can hear Min and Zarina kind of like singing and playing their music to like try to get these stones to like lock in.
Yep.
And stuff. And like these things are just jumping out of the ruins into this sort of like arena center that you're in as you guys are trying to hold them off, and as they're working their magic in the middle.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my turn. I'm gonna hold my action. My action will be if they get in range, I will attack them.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm basically shield up.
Pounce,
yeah,
right?
I have shield up, cutlass out, and I'm taking a defensive stance to protect Min and Zarina.
These creatures possess a sort of cunning that they definitely are trying to like prod and see your defenses. Right now, like one just got completely obliterated by talking like, oh, okay, now we're gonna like lurk around and getting ready to leap out and try you, right? And so awesome. All right, it's gonna be the Langoliers' turn. I'm just calling them Langoliers. They're obviously not them. I think they called them. They're called the Sejan.
Oh, they're called Langoliers now.
Yeah, but they're absolutely look like Langoliers. So you're going to be handling 2 of them. Talk. You're also getting 3 of them. No. Okay. One of them is going to try to bypass you, Raijin, and actually go after Min. So you're going to get an attack of opportunity on it. Go ahead and do that now as it tries to go by you.
Okay, so do I get an attack because it came within range of me, and then an attack because it's trying to go past me?
Oh, that's right. It's you're spending your reaction to do this. You spend your reaction to use your action, so you actually can't do that. You have to you either spend your reaction to. I mean, mechanically, it's the same thing.
Is it
right? But like,
no, you spend your reaction to get an attack of opportunity. But I held my attack. I used the hold action.
Yeah, but holding your action means you spend your reaction on your turn to do it.
Oh, does
that make sense? Is correct.
Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But so mechanically, so I'm telling you right now, you have 3 of them that you could hit with the way you have your action. There's one going by you that you could.
Okay, so then the important question is for D&D terms, how far am I from Min and Zarina? Are they within 5 feet from me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't do anything. I'll let it go past. And if that thing attacks Min or Zarina, I use my protection or my protection fighting style, and that thing has disadvantage to attack.
Okay, perfect. I get it. Yeah, so you guys are fighting like real close to them to do this.
Yeah,
that works. Okay, lovely. Okay, well let's start there. Right, one's gonna go after Min, so. Use your protection.
Yep. So it has disadvantage to attack.
Okay. Let me go ahead and attack with it. An 11.
9.
It's probably not enough. A 9. Not enough. Okay.
Oh, no.
But
I'm like, bitch, I'm playing the violin. What are you doing over here?
I mean,
Raijin would never actually say that.
Raijin cuts it off for you. Yeah. And you're quickly able to step aside and try to keep singing. Raijin, 2 more coming after you.
Okay.
And these ones attack with regular, right? Not
yeah, no, if they're attacking me, that's totally fine. Yeah, I can impose disadvantage one time on an ally.
19 and 17.
The 19 hits.
Okay.
It must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw because it will take that much damage as radiant to itself. I'm using my reaction to kaboom, rebuke the violent.
So you'll be taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
And this is going to be... And now what's happening? It's a Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, DC 13.
It fails. So it takes all of that damage?
Yeah, it takes 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Again, and the way this looks is I point at it and I go, no! So I just bashed one and I'm exploding it. These guys, they don't want to mess with us.
Get wrecked.
And I'm like, I have like the fury of my god who has told me to protect these. So I'm going to go all out.
Yeah.
Can I still use a reaction here?
Yeah. You have your reaction. What would you like to do?
Like reaction. So I want to use cutting words.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that as a reaction since I'm trying to concentrate on the singing. So I didn't know.
Well, you haven't made any progress singing, so if you want to, you're not penalized. What I will say is that going forward, as soon as you guys start getting some successes, if you guys break the sort of imagine you have to reach checkpoints making to sing this thing, right? And so if you fail, then you have to start again.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So right now you're at level 0, so you can totally do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use cutting words since I'm already got my violin out. I'm basically gonna change the tone to be very like it's not as bad as the nails against the chalkboard thing. It's got this kind of different, deeper tone to it to kind of mimic the environment that I'm in and like evoking that sense of emotion that I have. A little bit of like a press against time, so to speak, so that the tone is very dark and kind of unsettling. And it's within 60 feet of me, so anything I specify. So in this case...
You can do all of them if you want.
Okay. Yeah. In this case, it would be... Oh, well, actually, it says when it makes an attack roll or ability check or damage. So should I?
So you spend you spend your reaction when it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they were going right now. That's why
they did. Yeah, they did attack. They've missed, and so now you're spending your reaction to do mechanically what with cutting words. Doesn't it like reduce the damage or something like that?
Yeah, it subtracts. It can subtract damage, so I guess I could.
Yeah, you could subtract damage from what I took.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think it would subtract how much damage it takes from the radiant.
That's
so
true.
I don't think I want to do that. Sorry, I'm still trying to understand this particular mechanic for cutting words, the reaction.
No problem.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a subtraction of the creature's roll. Like I roll bardic inspiration die basically, and then whatever that roll is how much it takes away from the creature.
Yeah, you can reduce their stuff like anti-inspiration.
Exactly. I uninspire you.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. So you can basically spend your reaction to uninspire something.
You play the brown note.
Because there's there's 5, and only 1 went.
No, 3 of them have gone.
Only 1 hit.
I need to roll 2 more. These are the 2 that are going against Talk right now.
Okay, then I'll react with whatever happens on that one.
Yeah, you can always choose to wait to see if the attacks hit and stuff before you.
Okay.
18 and 21.
Yeah, I get wrecked.
Okay, I'm going to use...
Okay.
Both would hit me.
Okay, so which one do you want to negate before I roll damage?
The highest one, the highest attack, I guess.
Lowest one.
Okay.
Lowest one? I don't know what the difference is. I don't think it matters.
Well, it does matter because if you hit the one that's lower, there's a higher chance that you would
cause it to fail.
Turn a hit to a miss.
I think it removes damage.
No, it can remove any of the 3 options, which is like an attack roll, an ability roll, rather a skill check, and a damage, or any of those 3.
Yeah. So roll the lowest. So the lowest attack roll
Okay.
would possibly make it miss.
The one closest to an actual armor class.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. -4.
The first one no longer hits me.
Nice. So you immediately react. I mean, I kind of imagine it's almost like anime style as you like make the chord and you see the sort of like air and rush go like, psh, and it was gonna hit Talk and it like looks and it's gonna get hit and the air blasts it back, right?
His tentacles.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it like does some backflips before like landing again and gets ready to leap again.
Okay.
But the second one is currently engaging Talk, so I need to roll damage for it. 11 bludgeoning damage.
That stinks.
Furthermore, this is also true for Raijin. Both of you, I need you to you're going to be grappled by these things as they sort of stick to you. Right? So anytime you're hit by these things, they stick to you and you get restrained.
That means we attack with disadvantage. And it has advantage when it attacks us.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to take the grappler feat to grapple a cod, but
Yeah. So, this is what we're dealing with.
Fun times.
And with that, my turn is over. We're at the top of the order.
So with that, Katie Faze donates $15 and says, "Crits for all the players, nat 1 for Eric."
Okay.
That means I have 3 nat 20 to use this.
That doesn't apply retroactively, correct?
No,
Yeah, that's fine.
so they apply whenever you'd like to apply them for greatest narrative effect.
Okay. Then let's see what happens this round.
Okay.
Okay.
I am
Cool.
determined to sing this fantastic song so we can get the hell out of this place.
Yeah, totally.
Me too.
Cool. Please don't be shitty.
Hey.
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
that's what it's about.
Nice. Keep in mind, here's what you guys can here it's an option.
Yeah.
As you guys are singing this song, you can say like, I'm going to use my reaction to help the other person, so they will always roll with advantage.
Oh,
What other
Right.
like
that. So
I
only
like
one of us
between
has
you
to
two.
roll.
Yeah.
So only one of us has to roll the magic number.
Yeah. So like, it's possible that's a strategy to do it.
Right.
Because you have to constantly get successes and not fails. That might be better. I don't know. You haven't seen what happens if you succeed and then fail and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So this was a success.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a success. And so let me describe what happens, right?
Okay.
So one of the stones begins like you definitely get the first note. Like you're it's almost like you're getting the kick drum, like the bass part of the song. You're like, okay, I get the timing, I got it, I can do this. But like it's like the root of the melody. You can like even less than like a normal bass line. You're getting it though. And while you're doing that, a bright light sort of shines outside of the circle. There, like it's obfuscated by some of the statues and obviously these crawling Langolier things. But something seems to be like glowing in response to that as the stone gets locked. It might be worth checking out. I don't know. But that's a good roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens because like you're figuring this out and things are
Right.
going well here.
Okay.
Okay. So you said it might be worth checking out.
Yeah.
So we've kind of like got the beat.
It's singing that note like as you sing it. It's like repeating it and like so it's
Oh.
like glowing and repeating that thing that you're singing.
It's like a game
Oh
of
my God.
memory. You have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I can't decide. There's nothing close to us, right? Or there is one,
You're not engaged right now by the
Right.
creatures.
but there is one that's close to Min.
Yes.
And there's one between you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess technically you would be engaged then. But yeah.
Well, yeah, it's beside Min. Yeah, I can't decide if my turn's better spent trying to do something that I'm bad at or trying to do something that I'm very good at, which is smashing.
if you want to smash things that are grappling me, Talk is quite skilled at singing. He's proficient, and he lived with the consort.
Baby, I don't think this is for you. I just don't think this is for you. If I
Question.
could trade places 100%, I would.
Real quick question, because this is relevant to if Summer decides to attack or go off, can she still give me advantage in the next round, or does she have to be re-engaged
No.
and concentrating?
No,
Right.
she'd have to be singing along and
Okay,
helping
okay,
you.
okay. I just
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to make sure.
Well, that's why I'm thinking maybe this time because you rolled a success, maybe this
Yeah.
time I'll spend my turn attacking, and then next time I can give you I can give you advantage.
Right.
I think it's beneficial in my brain for you to always roll with advantage because
Right.
what's your performance?
It's at 7.
Yeah, mine's -1. So I think it's beneficial for
Mhm.
me to attack when I can because I come after you,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and hit the one that's on Min.
Okay. So with, I presume, a sword, right? Or you're not firing into melee, are you?
No, I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it. And I'm going to use my I get 2 turns and then I get the additional damage since I'm attacking for the first time in this combat. Okay, so here we go. Here's my first attack. Well, I mean, if I didn't hit it, I'll be very upset.
No, you absolutely hit it. Just wish,
Okay,
but it's
so
not a crit.
that's my first. It's just 4, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my second attack, also with short sword.
Dang.
You want to use
Wish,
that advantage?
Yeah. Do you want to use that 20 or do you want to save it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because I might as well right now. I'm not planning on rolling this performance again.
Sure. So it's a crit
let's
thing.
see. Okay, so I'm rolling crit damage plus 1d8. So that's 10,
Yeah.
and then
then-
2, so 12 total.
Okay.
And another donation came in from what you're looking at. Donated the DM's Deed Loves 2, critical hit for the DM.
No,
Oh,
what
no.
the hell? Dude, get
Oh, I
out.
have a 1 and a 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Chat giveth and chat taketh away.
Eric, at the end of the day, you're on our side.
No, he's
I would
not.
just like to remind you.
Totally not.
No, I'm a fan of the players.
He is.
You guys can do
Yes.
this. This is smart. This is technically easier than a con, so you guys are fine. And you have full.
No.
It is. No, it is because listen, I can protect you, even if these guys can't.
Well, the problem is this. If I get broken from my concentration, does that remove our success? That's what I don't know. So
Okay,
that's-
you just pay attention. You don't worry about this. We got it. I think I killed something, or I should have if I didn't.
Yeah. I will tell you, if you rolled better on that initial performance / investigation check of what to do, I would tell you more, and it'd save you this trial and error. But this is what it is.
It's not like I can make my rolls better. I mean, I guess I could have used a nat 20, but I'd really much rather save it for the oh fuck moment. So, you know.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I don't disagree. But now trial and error has to
Do
be.
we
That's
get
okay.
an advantage if one of us really sings a song?
Gains advantage.
Like, will you give us advantage if one of us actually sings?
Give us inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, right? Yeah. I'm
I
cool with
cannot sing. You do not want me singing on stream. I just want to put that right out there right now.
I can't sing on stream, but I'll sing
Well,
for
it. It
inspiration.
has to be the person. It has to be the person helping. Then.
That's me. If I'm the one helping.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
think
cool.
about it. We'll do
Yeah.
know next time.
Yeah, contemplate it. Let that marinate a little bit.
I request some Lady Gaga. Katie would like that.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
I'm
So
about
Min is
that.
gone. Zarina is gone. Right. Talk.
All right. So TikTok. So I take it I'm currently restrained, right?
Yes.
So what I can do now is the one that's currently grappled me. Is that the one that I cracked with my staff of striking?
No, actually, it's the other one.
It's the other one, but the other one's still nearby, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'm casting a sleep spell on us in this engagement. So let's see. So it'll start with whoever has the lowest hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And did that roll the 5d8? I clicked.
I don't see it in the.
I'll just roll 5d8. So How many hit points did the one with the lowest hit points have remaining? With 7. Oh, I see why it didn't. It popped up.
That's a real bad roll. It has more than 17.
Okay, so that didn't do it. Sorry, guys, I'm dead.
Sorry.
It was worth trying. If it was
Wait,
bloody,
are you really dead?
no, I'm
Oh.
fine.
Okay. Don't scare
I'm not
me.
fine. I'm currently, this like, they remind me of. They're like, these are like the scariest things. These are like things out of Grant Ellis's Nightmare. They're like shadow octopi.
Yeah.
I'm scared to death of octopi. Like,
Yeah.
they scare me to death.
Yeah.
To
Um,
death?
These are things not native to our world.
Yeah,
These are things that live because there's a gate near here.
octopi have like underwater empires. I'm not going to give a whole like Grant's afraid of
Yeah.
octopus things, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, nice try. Okay, it's Raijin, your turn.
Cool. I am.
You're also restrained, right?
Yeah. What does that mean? That means that I have disadvantage to attack the one that's restraining me. Is that or,
Yeah, and your
or
speed.
attack
Your
all of
speed.
them?
Your speed is 0. You can't
Okay.
gain any benefits to speed, as well as attack rolls. And attack rolls against this creature have advantage, and your creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay. Can I
You also
attack
have
other creatures at normal? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. This guy can do whatever octopus things. he
Your
wants to
attack
do.
rolls have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. All of them. I got you. I'm going to attack the one next to Min. Is what's going to happen.
Okay. So you're attacking with disadvantage.
Yep. So it's going to get some cutlass with a 21.
Hell yeah.
Is that
Some
gonna-
good? Yeah. These things have pretty low AC.
Cool. So it's
they're
gonna
fast. They're easy to hit, but they just are blubbery.
yeah. So it's going to take 5 slashing damage and then 3 necrotic damage as I regain its health. And then on top of that, despite being entangled by an octopi, I'm going to use my bonus action to shield bash this son of a bitch with a 16.
It's also a hit. Also
Cool.
a hit.
It is so the target makes a contested strength or athletics check, and it will be knocked prone if it fails. It also takes an additional. Nope, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so it's that's the strength. So beat a 16, either strength or athletics, or sorry, acrobatics or athletics
Okay.
to be knocked down.
It's trying to do its damnedest to stay up. So it's going to use its strength here. 17.
17 works. So yeah, I just bash into this thing between myself and Min, and I kind of take it off kilter, but it remains floating on whatever it's
It gets
octopods.
stuck. It gets stuck on your shield. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
But it does take 8 damage. So
Oh, it does. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Good. Nice.
cool beans.
For some reason, it didn't show damage for me.
No, the original 8, the slashing and the necrotic from the sword. From the
wait!
sword.
It didn't take an additional 8.
No, just the static 8 from the first hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm keeping track of the HP on the thing, so I just wanted to make sure I had it right.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, guys, these things are really easy to hit, but they have a decent HP pool. Okay, so Langolier's turn. So 2 of them are going after you, Raijin. I'm going to start with those. One of them has advantage. This first one has advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend the 1 on it, right? So it rolls a 1 and a 19.
The 19 hits.
Okay. Oops, I did attack twice. I meant to do damage. 13.
13.
I'm rolling a very high damage right now.
Cool.
Okay, and it's still stuck to you. The things can't continue to be stuck to you. Or excuse me, like multiple ones can't. You can't like get the restrained condition again.
Yeah.
One's going after Min, so this is the one going after Min.
It has disadvantage.
Yes, this one does have disadvantage. 12. No, okay. It's still alive. It's still up. And then the 2 going after Tak. The first one has advantage because it's stuck to you. Wouldn't matter. For 8 points of damage. And the second one goes and this it has advantage against you, right? Because you're restrained.
Mm-hmm.
So that also hits for 9.
Okay, so that's a total of 17 more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can do this. You guys can do this. Trust me. You can do this. Okay. We're back.
All
back
the faith
to
in the
Mincy.
world.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
That's good because I was breathing. I was holding my breath. Okay. So I'm gonna. I am determined to get this song right.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. Continue.
you sure?
Yeah. I was thinking about your reaction, and you could have negated one of those things, right?
Well, I didn't get hit.
You already. Yeah. No, you're cutting
Oh,
words.
the cutting words.
On talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I broke concentration, doesn't that reset us?
You don't know.
So I'm not taking that risk. Just not happening. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you're getting it now.
Yeah.
At this moment, another light lights up on another part around the plaza, like on the opposite side. Now you guys, like the real bass line and the melody is coming in. And in fact, it's not just you guys singing; it's like the place is kind of singing this too.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to feel that way. The squirrely black octopode looking things are getting agitated by the residents. In fact, let me just do this real quick.
Oh God.
Okay. Doesn't really affect them.
Oh man.
You sure?
Can't you take that critical fail or something?
He did. He used it on me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was just kidding.
You want to re-roll that just in case?
Yeah. I think there was something wrong with roll 20.
Yeah.
It's not showing up for us.
It
Oh,
glitched
so
for
weird.
me.
That's so weird.
It
Okay.
is. Okay. Onward.
Yeah. Nice. That was a really good roll.
Yeah.
So these things are. So once again, now there's 2 lights hanging up somewhere. If you guys want to investigate either one of them. Alternatively, you guys are also getting smothered by these. You're choking on these black octopode things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Men, there's one next to you, but you're continuing to sing this thing. Zarina, you're also fighting off and helping as best you can.
Yeah.
What do you do? It's your turn, Zarina.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the one that's like about to attack Min.
Okay.
We're
Again,
gonna-
so that's the same one.
This is the same one.
Yeah, it's the
Still
same
not
one
dead.
that you attacked last time.
Well, hopefully this kills it this time if I can hit it. Probably not.
You have advantage.
9. A 9. Oh, you have advantage?
Well, you used your crit last time, so you still have an advantage.
I didn't use my crit last time.
What'd you use last time?
Use their advantage, right?
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
You still have inspiration though.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think I could hit it with inspiration?
Yeah. I know
Okay.
for a fact you could hit with inspiration.
Oh,
Okay, cool. I will use inspiration.
come on.
1d6, right?
Yep, just add 1d6
You
to
can
the
do
roll.
it. High roll. Yeah.
Right, yes.
High roller.
A 14 is
High
a hit.
roller.
Hell
A
yeah.
14 is a hit. So that,
Okay,
that becomes
awesome.
Get a champagne
Roll
for this
Great.
lady.
yeah.
That's 7.
And remember, personal inspiration stacks with bardic inspiration. So if you wanted to inspire
Okay.
people,
Yeah.
you can literally do both.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a
So
bonus
like-
action.
7.
Okay, 7's good. It's still alive. It's definitely it doesn't bleed, but it's definitely looks wounded. Like you cut off some of its tentacles,
Right.
right?
Gross.
So. Gross.
She was dead. But
Yeah, and
Tried
it
my
just
best.
they just go
Lots of
to
HP,
the
man.
ground. Yeah.
yeah, just keep singing. You got this.
I got it. Just keep.
Got this.
singing. Just-
They free.
So,
and
so I would like to say, though, because I'm in melee with this, that it has to hit me before it hits her. It has to attack me. I'm right in front of it.
You're kind of both side by side to it.
It's okay, Z.
You're
Can I
saying-
not use
you're
my
not-
Can I not use my action to literally cut it off from her? Can I not use part of that to move in? I mean, it's literally a foot. It's a step, Eric. Let me.
These
If you're
things-
saying
yeah.
we're side by side within melee, I'm within 4 feet of moving directly in front of Min, so it has to attack me rather than her.
Right, but you're not remaining still while this is happening. You guys are orbiting each other and like trying to get to better
Right,
spots.
so
and
I'm constantly orbiting in front of the monster to keep her from hitting
Yeah.
her.
I love this argument right now.
I like that you're doing the best you can to make sure this doesn't happen. But
I'm just
no.
saying, I would prefer it attack me.
In
Okay,
Eric's defense,
so mechanically,
Well, I mean, if you were a trained fighter who knows protection, you probably could.
which
I
is
mean,
what
I'm
I'm
pretty good.
doing.
I'm
Okay.
doing more damage than.
well, okay. In Eric's defense, he did say that they were like observing us and trying to prod through our defenses. So I feel, narratively speaking, this is appropriate that it would try to continue coming after me, especially since I'm focused on this puzzle.
Narratively, I'm saying I completely get it. It makes sense, but I'm also constantly getting in the way.
But fuck you, mechanics. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing Summer say.
D&D,
It's an abstract.
Yeah, D&D can't it doesn't have the mechanics for everything, so we have
Well.
to do it this way.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, good. Sell them on get money. Get money on the DM's Guild when you do them. Yeah, what is it? Moose in chat just says always just ask the Langolier thing nicely.
Yeah.
Persuasion
I'm
roll.
yelling at it. Fight me.
I did that with the Grigori.
Have no
I'm
honor.
yelling at it. Fight me.
Fight me. Fight
I'm just smashing it and it's ignoring me. Fight me.
Are you eating more cake, McLokin?
all right?
Cake.
Talk.
All right. TikTok. So I have a choice here. I can swing with disadvantage, or I can gamble. I think I'm going to gamble, and I'm simply going to heal myself back up to full health using my paladin abilities. Bop, 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 bop.
Probably a good
So
idea.
that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so talk heals 20 hit points. Essentially just sort of grits his well, actually, no, he's like the expressionless face fighter. So he's just watching these octopi and just healing back up to full and just start shaking his head at them. And he, in fact, he speaks in Grigori, letting them know that they will die this day.
Okay. They don't reply.
No, they don't.
While cunning, you're not sure they have a language.
Ugh.
You're a little too busy to really get a good, cultural David Attenborough, documentary style on them. But I get it. Cool. All right. So that's your turn.
Yeah, he healed up.
No bonus actions or anything you want to do, and
You know what? Let's go ahead and sanctuary on myself.
okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that may mean they have to get off of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks
Okay.
for that. Appreciate it.
Well, if they're
Like
off of me,
God
I
tells
can,
you to protect, and what do you do?
it's easier to protect you guys if I can swing my weapon, if you haven't noticed, without having like negative 75% chance of
Yeah,
like,
but you're still at disadvantage. It still got you.
but it'll have to let go.
Yeah.
And get on to us.
Yeah.
It has to make a will save.
Understand that like mathematically I'm at like negative 75% to hit them.
No,
like,
I get that.
when I'm
I mean-
restrained.
Yeah. Okay. Langolier's turn. Let's start with the two going after Hygiene. I'm kind of doing the same pattern. Oh, your hand is raised.
It's my turn.
Oh, it is your turn.
Yeah, I go right before
Yes.
them.
Yes.
That's okay. He is going to, cutlass the one between him and Min again. 15 hits.
Sorry. Yeah, that definitely hits a Chumley. Grigori are the
Grigori.
Foundation.
Chumley's one of my favorites.
It's going to take 10 damage, 8 slashing, 2 necrotic.
Damn.
I heal 2.
Which one was this one?
The one between me and
Min?
Min. Yep.
Yeah, the one that you and both you and Summer were targeting.
Yeah. Yep. I am then going to spend
10 points of damage to it, right?
10 points of damage to it. Indeed. I am then going to spend my second wind as a bonus action. 1d10 plus 4. And heal myself 7. And then... 28. And then on top of that, I am going to action surge and get another bonus or get another action and use my action to fear the void. So boom. So everything within 30 feet of me, I think that includes my friends as well, must succeed at a wisdom saving throw. It is
It's of your choice.
Oh yeah, each creature of my choice. You're right. So all of the bad guys. It's 10.
All of the bad guys.
Yeah, all of the bad
All
guys.
of
It's a DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So I'm just going to do 5 in order. Their wisdom. Okay, here. It's easy because their wisdom isn't has no modifier to it. So I'm just going to do 5d20, and the order is the 1, 2 are the one on Raijin, 3 is the one on Min.
Yep.
4, 5 are the ones on Talk, going top to bottom, right the way they're stacked. So 7, 17, 11, 6, and 7.
So the one on top of me goes away, the one next to Min goes away, and the 2 on Tak go away.
Wow.
And so they are all feared of me. Yeah, that's how that works. So they are frightened for 1 minute. If they take any damage, it goes away, and they cannot move any closer to me. I think that's how that works, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they actually run away. On a failed save, target becomes frightened. So they just can't move any closer, and I think they have the disadvantage to attack us. I'll pull up frightened for you.
Yeah, they'll have disadvantage on attacks,
Yeah.
which will make it straight rolls on me.
Yeah. Well, the one on you is frightened of you as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does that. He slashes out at one, and then he heals himself, and then he basically just screams out, "Away, you wretched creatures of darkness! The Void Mother provokes you!" And he's just slashing at things around him.
Yeah.
Pretty badass of a dude.
Oh, definitely. I imagine, your blade does this like lights up with the runes. And stuff.
Oh yeah, the runes are like glowing this crackling purple light as it kind of glows, and like you can see the runes on his armor kind of light up.
Yeah, that's metal as shit. I love it.
They have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while within line of sight of me.
Okay. Cool. So there's only the one that's currently stuck to you. Or excuse me, not stuck to you is the one that's can attack you, right?
Sure. I think it was the top one. Yeah, yes, the one that is stuck to me. It looks like the one that's right next.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
sorry, that is the one that is stuck to you, so it has to roll straight dice. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
All right, so it's my turn. So yep, the one that's stuck to you has to roll straight dice to continue to go attack with its tentacles.
Mm-hmm. 18
12.
meets,
Or
so tie. You win.
Huzzah! For 13.
13.
The second one has disadvantage.
Whew.
Nat
Oh,
one.
a 1.
Nope.
Rip. Okay. Can I? There we go. I can get that thing off the menu so I can maneuver over all of them. Okay, so then I'm going with the one on Min. This one also has disadvantage, right?
It
Because
does.
It's not currently grappled, nor is it.
Correct.
But it's also afraid.
Yep.
So, oh, but I got it's a 19 though.
Yeah, that definitely hits me.
Yeah, it's a good roll.
Unless I use a reaction, which could probably break my concentration. Well, if I get grappled, I break concentration anyway, right?
You take 6 points of damage. No, to break concentration. No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Like it attacking me doesn't stop me from trying to continue this thing?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll take that.
I think here what I would say is with 6 points of damage, that's very, very minimum.
Yeah.
I would say if it was a pretty decent blow, you might it might be more difficult to try to do the song. The DC might change, but it's not that you would necessarily break it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, the stakes for the performance check might change, but I think this is okay. Yeah. Okay. So it is hit, and you are now considered grappled by the creature.
Does it
Once again,
affect my ability rolls?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's just you can't move. You can't move. Your attacks are at disadvantage, and its attacks on you are at advantage.
Okay.
To escape is DC 16. That's true for everybody. That's like you just forcing the thing off or trying to slip away from it.
That would break concentration, though, right?
Once again, oh yeah, because that would require your turn of not singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, talk. I have the one on you right now has to make a wisdom save because you are currently.
Yes. Any that try to attack me, wisdom saving throw.
Sure. What's the DC?
13.
Okay. So the first one, the one currently on you, is going to try to do this.
It makes it.
Okay. So then it proceeds to attack, but it has straight dice because this was attack advantage disadvantage cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Straight dice is an 8, not enough. The second one is going to actually go by you and try to go after Min. So you get an attack of opportunity on you if you so choose.
Yeah, let's do that with disadvantage, right?
Right. Well, doesn't attacking do something to your sanctuary?
It'll take it off of me, but at this point, the one that was on me resisted the sanctuary, right? So it can keep beating me up anyways.
Basically, the reason why this other one has changed targets to you isn't that the sanctuary; it's the song it's changing. It's like, oh shit,
Okay.
Like it wants to stop the song.
All right, so let me Staff of Striking.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Wait, you don't. You're currently restrained, so it's disadvantage.
But I used my nat 20 that was donated to me by chat on the second.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there you go.
All right, so here's how this is going to work. So it's going to be a critical hit. It's I'm pumping my final spell slot into it for the Divine Smite, and I'm dumping 3 charges from the Staff of Striking into it. Something I need to remember to do, and I didn't do this time. When I roll to hit, I'm supposed to add an additional +3 because it's the magic weapon. I'm also supposed to add that additional +3 to damage. So
You can
I'm going to
configure
make
that
a
right
note.
in your sheet.
Yeah, you can hit the gear button and modify it.
Yes. I'm well familiar.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. But in the meantime, that's a great hit. So,
first things first. Let's just do the straight damage.
two-handed, so D8 plus whatever.
D8 plus strength plus 3. So I hit that for 15. Then I do an additional 20 radiant damage, and then I do an additional. Whoops, sorry, that was incorrect. I do an additional 12 force damage, so that's 46 points of damage total.
Oh my god!
Actually, more than that. Yeah, more than that. It's actually 62 points of.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's 60.
Yeah.
You're in the 60s.
Yes.
So, this one just straight up dies. As it dies, you describe how you kill it. Is this Team Rocket blasting?
All right,
off
yeah. So, well,
situation, or?
Talk is completely entangled by this shadow octopi, and he just takes his staff as the one goes past him. And even with his restrained arms, the one that has him restrained can feel its ichor shadowy ligament stretching to capacity almost as the might of Talk's blow cracks into this beast as Talk's god himself imbues him with power to disintegrate it on sight, and it explodes in a flash of force and fury and just pops.
Yeah.
Makes that sound too as it comes close to Min.
It absolutely does. So, but rather than it physically in our realm getting thrown away, it just turns into a little mini black hole and just goes boop, it just disappears, and it just leaves this little faint thing of cold. You just smacked it so hard that you smacked it into another. It's back to its dimension.
You hit it so hard it ceased to be.
Obliterated it, man. That's so good. Yeah,
Good.
it gets sheared and ripped in half by your force, and it just like immediately just goes and just goes out of existence, leaving this cold air around where it was. Wonderful. So let me mark it at its
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Thank goodness it is definitely.
You got this. All right, I think that was the last one, right? Because it was gonna go, and
that was the last one.
You done gone fucked it up. So well done.
Thank you.
Min,
Okay, it's my turn. I need to solve this puzzle, and I'm going to furiously try to sing this song correctly.
So if I decide to help, do I have to? Well,
Ooh.
never mind. I can
You don't have to
question
just keep
myself.
attacking the crap out of stuff.
All right.
I'm on top of it. I'm
You get it.
dedicated.
I'm keeping that particular thought to myself.
You can hear the song, and what I would say to you, because like this might be fun to do.
Oh, okay.
This is so something maybe I didn't say early on is that this is a graduated test. The better you roll on your performance checks, the more of the circle gets filled in. A 26 is a hella good roll. If you wanted to, you could boost it even more, and you're in the range of finishing the clock early because
With advantage?
Or with inspiration,
With
it's possible.
inspiration. Okay, I can do it.
If you can get this to a 30, you get it.
Come on.
No pressure.
Guys. Somebody give her this.
Everybody get hype in chat. I'm not rolling until you give me hype.
All right.
Hype.
This is for good luck. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, Talk just murdered the crap out of this thing in one hit. I'm failing to see hype. You guys suck.
Guys, I'm doing it. Look at all that meta hype and
Look at me!
I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Come on, Chef, put your hands. You gotta get into this. You're disrespectful,
Guys, I've never seen Grant that excited before.
guys.
Come on. Cheering and
Eric was so hyped he cheered.
Pipe. You can do this. Just a 4. It's just a 4.
I'm not gonna look.
Just a 4.
You got it.
Oh, you did it!
Man, you did it.
Yes, I got a 5. Mofo.
So there's a pause in the fighting as Min's voice just seems to carry this melancholic tune as all the remaining lights around this area glow. The rest of the rocks seem to sort of, rather than coalesce and twist, they lock in a magical like boom, and they resonate with the song as the staircase begins to form up into the sky. As you proceed to finish the song, this causes all of these creatures get racked with a terrible psychic pain, and begin to like Pac-Man die, like they like fold in half on themselves, and go and disappear. So
I killed them all too.
That's awesome.
That was fucking awesome.
That was dope.
So great roll. You have solved my Langolier puzzle.
Yes.
There is now a staircase leading to
Next time.
to the comet.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys, I'm not just letting you know now. The next time you get a chance to rest, you guys will absolutely level up.
Sweet.
That was super cool.
So now are
Tiny
we?
Hut incoming.
So now somebody make a joke about how Min was building the stairway to heaven.
Yeah.
And she's building a stairway to heaven.
So we get advantage.
There was your singing, because I sang, you get advantage.
Thank you.
The staircase that seems to go up to like, it doesn't seem to have an end. It just, or like, excuse me, like the ending of the staircase doesn't seem to like go anywhere. However, you can see floating like at the topmost stair is sort of like the visage of a woman's face with like very like strong, cold, calculating eyes with like wild hair that's like, you know, like a bronze sort of like mask or a what is it, a busk, you know, like just like the part of it just like kind of like floating above this. And now that like this is you finished the song, like more sand has been beginning to like fall down, and this stuff. And congratulations!
Hooray!
Yeah, like as soon as everything kind of disappears with like the finale of the song, essentially, Z gives Min like the biggest hug.
Oh,
So proud.
Yeah.
Min's
Awesome.
just smiling from ear to ear, just big grin on her face.
All right.
So there's just
Yeah,
a
you got-
giant stairway to nowhere
Yeah.
right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess
like running up
I
the
think
stairs.
I think Raijin is still reeling from the fact that you just sang several monsters to death. Is where his
And
head's
stairs
at
and
right now.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, like not only did you just make stairs out of nothing, like he understands magic very well, but you just made stairs out of nothing. There was no equivalent exchange there, and you just killed monsters with your mouth. You're like, "Rah!" and they just died. Like that's impressive.
My mouth.
You sung the song of Vashnyara. If you want to write that down,
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh,
You know the
really?
Star song.
That's cool.
their song.
That's awesome.
It's up, down, left, right, up, down
Yeah.
on the N64.
You got it. See, you got it. You got it.
It's the song of the
okay.
seasons.
So, as you walk up these stairs, the earth that you knew and the ruins below you seems to fade away and gives way to a new site, a site of a rugged mountain promontory. And it seems to be sort of jutting out into over some sort of like if you look down the horizon, like down the cliff face, it's just nothing but a sea of just a canopy of green. This place doesn't have any smell, which I think is probably the weirdest part. As you go underneath the visage of this face, however, there's just the staircase seems to going up more and more, and then it kind of levels off, and it looks like you just entered a cross section of sort of a mountain pass. And once again, so like basically like a land peninsula is a promontory, right? And or like a bluff, right? And down below is just nothing but just this horizon of verdant jungle. If like looking down even further, there's great beasts of wood and ivory that run and play in gigantic herds. They look kind of like Cinderberry's tribe, but much more ancient, like a ancestor to maybe what Cinderberry and them are. Above you, above you, past this stuff is not the night sky that you see, but a mysterious black void that just seems to be inhabited by, rather than stars, just seems to be like people, like eyes watching. Millions of just eyes of just unwavering gazes. Now, as you guys kind of finish up and kind of get ready to go down to this bluff, and you kind of can see in the rock face here that there's some kind of structure, but based on your angle, it's kind of hard to see what it is right now. In the meantime, a large, and by large I mean like the size of a tractor trailer, goat, with golden fur, with 3 horns on its head and a singular unblinking goat eye, rushes over to meet you. It gallops over. You can see on its huge bulging front legs has 2 bracers on them, and it comes to you and looks kind of angry and tries to communicate in a language you guys immediately do not understand at all. It's not related to anything you've ever heard before. And it's trying to get, and it looks like it's trying to like steer you back down the staircase. Like that's the best you can get. Like it's trying to like circle around and like it's trying to repeat what it's saying to you, and it goes like
I'm gonna immediately
and it
use
goes
that
around.
situation.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Here's the problem with sense. Okay, this is an interesting case.
Okay.
It's alien.
You need to do a yeah, exactly. 1, this is an alien. 2, you're in a place where your senses don't necessarily work the same way. You have there's a different you're no longer hearing the creation song and stuff of the consort here. It behaves differently. So
Okay.
but I'm glad that you're trying to do this though. So what I need you to do is give me a actually like a spell check DC, right? Like if you are casting a spell. So this is like if you are proficient with it, and roll your spell casting stat, which I think is charisma.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Clicky clicky.
You want to. This is a risky thing. Okay, that's not great.
That's so shit for a 17.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I used up all
can
my
you make?
rolls, guys. Sorry.
I know. Can you make a charisma save for me? Okay, that's good. Because you're taking half of 5 rounded down, so you're taking 2 points of psychic damage. As you expose your brain to sort of this psychic maelstrom, and you just get a feedback loop in your brain, right?
How do
Like a microphone was on, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like that
Yeah,
mouse.
yeah. Is it just straight hit point damage though? Like I don't have to mark it somewhere different, right? Psychic damage.
No, it's right.
Nope,
That's the damage type. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, you take 2 points of HP damage.
Okay.
Certain things have resistance or
Yeah.
invulnerabilities to
Yeah.
different types of magic.
Okay.
I have a question. Can I feel Undava?
No,
I can't feel it.
nope. You guys are terrifyingly alone here.
And this is just
I'm right at home.
and this is just a black sky, right? There's no
stars.
there's no storm. More importantly,
Yeah, there's no storm.
yeah.
You have entered an old plane. You have. I mean, I have no problem telling you this as players. You have entered the seclusium of Vashnyara, the Harbinger, keeper of transcendent visions and ideality.
But there are living beings here, right?
This giant horseman that's circling.
Yeah, this giant goat person is
So
Guardian.
right, but
How
what I'm
large
saying
is
is,
it in relation to us? No, go ahead.
it's
I can-
approaching you and trying to like chew you back to be like, no, don't come here.
Trying to
Yeah.
hurt you.
I can feel dreamers though. Even if it's not an Undava, I can feel people who are asleep.
Do you want
So
to
it
take
would
psychic
be, it
damage?
wouldn't be
Do you want
It
to?
would be-
Do you want to try? What I'm telling you is that you are no longer part of the plane of like the regular plane.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
on-
yeah.
right. But I kind of want to
You're on a
enter
demi-plane.
this dreamer's plane
Go for it.
to see if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah, you can. If you want to try, that's
Because
you're
the
more
thing
than-
is, I feel like I would know. Okay, so yes, I can't feel Undava, which is my home plane of like it's my home dreamscape.
yeah, that's also a demi-plane of dreams, but this is a different demi-plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to All right, planes. Eric,
Yes.
I'm going to start singing what I recall of the song of Vashnyara to this horse creature as I approach it peacefully, using my quarterstaff to walk towards it.
It roars
you want
up
some
on
help
its
with
hind
that?
legs.
Since I
have
literally
you-
just sang it.
It's really good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it roars up like trying to be like, no.
yes, though. That's
I know.
Look,
Okay.
we are dominant, and this is. I'm almost imagining this like, yeah. Well, you think like if you've ever worked with like a power breed of animal, or if you've trained an animal,
But
we
it's a
can't.
giant goat.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. You know, you can train an elephant. Like I'm a robot man, and this is just a being, and I have to show it that I am both peaceful and assertive. I belong here. I belong here. If I didn't belong here, I would not be here.
Yeah,
I simply am here.
Raijin is acting quite the opposite. He's kind of looking back and forth between everyone as his grip on his shield and grip on his sword tightens. Because in his eyes, this thing is approaching, yelling some foreign language and aggressively shooing him away. So he sees no storm, which comforts him. Like the storm gives him comfort. He sees nothing, and he understands very little about this place. So he takes this as a threat, and it looks like he is bearing down for combat on whatever the hell this thing is.
All right. So give. Oh, sorry. I was going to ask Grant real quick. Make a persuasion
Okay.
as you try to like reason with this thing.
Sure.
Anyways, as you're doing that, what you were saying, Summer?
Yeah, I think feeling that like dramatic shift in like tension, I feel like it's Undava is like a constant pressure, and it's like finally like for the first time in her life, she doesn't feel that pressure there. So I think she's kind of looking for that reaction in her companions. So I feel that what her main goal is now is to be like the reassuring moral support to her companions of like, this is okay, this is what we're here for, there's no need to fight, there's no need to like try and dominate whatever's here. Like I feel like she's trying to radiate a calming presence in whatever way she can towards like Raijin, who's getting like up in arms to talk, who's starting to like try and dominate this creature, and then just like kind of like sticking really close to Min to just be like, we're here, we're together, we just need to keep pushing forward, we don't need to engage, we just need to keep moving forward.
Yeah, let's be clear that I did explain that I'm going as an ambassador of peace, and I must be assertive, but I have to, if it's getting up on its hind legs, can't show fear. You have to show that you are alpha over this thing from whatever plane it is. Now, I'm going to make a persuasion check. I'm going to use my advantage from chat so that I make the roll with advantage. So 17.
That's good. It doesn't want to fight you.
I don't want to fight it.
Yeah, it's as you approach it and it's like rears up and stuff like that. It's like backing up and giving you ground. And like it's trying to say like, no, don't come here. Like you get a very easy sense.
Yeah.
Like while its eyes aren't expressing it, the rest of its body is. Its eye like literally has no emotion to it.
It's
like a big eye in the middle of its forehead, like a cyclops. Right?
Yeah,
like
my eyes have
3-horned goat.
So I'm going to try to read him the way I'd read a Warforged. Our eyes have no emotion either.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see, essentially, I'm going to try to communicate with it the best I can. This is a tough one, though. I'm essentially going to... So it's backed up and it's given me space. And can you describe the geography to me? Is it stairs leading up?
No, not anymore. Now it's a rocky mountainous pass up to sort of it's you don't really have anywhere else to go. I can draw it up here to give you an idea.
Yeah.
I'll do that while you guys are while you're describing this.
I have a thing that I want to try when the talk is done.
Now's a good time to try, because I'm essentially going up and kind of taking a more passive stance with it.
I would like to speak Consortian to it while I take the seed out and kind of hold it in my hand. And what I want to tell him is that we're here to help and to find the star so that we can plant this seed.
Okay. It does not know Consortian.
Okay.
But
I don't think it knows regular
to
language either, though, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, once again, it rears up and like it flashes its legs at you and showing its bracers.
Can I get by it?
So it makes absolutely no emotion about the seed? Like no response to that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can I just walk around it?
Well, it makes sure it's not a weapon, right? Like it gets confused, like it might be like like you're trying to attack it.
Okay.
But then I imagine that you're being very like, this is not a threat kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just really skeptical.
Okay.
Yeah, it sees you try to run by it, right? And it backs up and tries to like herd you back here. I mean, it once again, it doesn't like touch you, but it's trying to talk, and you see it rear up again. This time it like clanks its bracers, and it speaks again, but now it speaks in a different language. Once again, it's a language you guys don't know. It's like no, and it's just like.
Yeah, I just want to walk around it if I can.
No, I mean you can keep pushing forward, but it's going to constantly like getting back closer and closer. So as you guys are going up this hill, let me show you what's up here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Z is pushing forward as much as she can.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, Raijin would absolutely. He has his sword and shield out, and he's advancing. If this thing gets in his way, then there's going to be confrontation, but he's advancing up this hill.
Raijin, I don't want to strike you with the staff of striking. You gotta not brandish your weapons at this thing.
It looks like a monster.
Yeah, so do you and me and all of us. Like we all look like monsters. This thing's
and it looks like it's attacking.
It's just trying to communicate.
It charged us. It's shooing us away. It's circling us.
It did not attack us though. It's trying to do its job, and we're trying to do ours. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
it's just trying to do its job.
Zarina, what you see as you try to get closer is that the sort of bend in the promontory and in this cliff face shows that etched inside. So like the cliff face keeps trying to go up. At one point, the up part of the path and everything changes. It seems to be sort of like cut into the rock and earth, sort of making this sort of cliff face between the rest of the natural sloping path up to the top of the bluff and below, and you can see a very ancient. In a style that's not Consort, not Grigori. It's completely different. But there's sort of something grandiose, opulent about this style of a sort of like an entrance. If you guys are familiar with what the old city of Petra, think of something like that, almost like the entrance of but more like Gothic, like this sort of ornate Gothic cathedral-esque entrance that's etched into the side of this stone here.
Yeah.
And once again, you can see like while this stone doesn't look to be like sandstone, but it has a sort of sandy quality to it. There's still a little bit of sand drizzling down here. You can see as the wind blows, a little bit of sand blows off the edges of the cliffs, and rather than going down in the canopy area, you realize that that's the sand that trickles down into the world below you.
So something that I just thought of that I want to do is I want to like put both of my hands up and extend one towards the goat, like to touch. Like maybe we can't communicate verbally, but maybe there's another way we can communicate.
Do you touch the goat?
Yes.
That's my favorite role-playing game question.
Yes, I do touch the goat. I touch the goat right on its nose.
Yeah. You boop its snoot, and you can talk to it.
What the hell?
It says, "Can you hear me?"
I can hear you.
Right. And it's like getting a taste for its mouth, like the way its mouth's moving.
Yeah.
This is uncomfortable. But you must leave at once. This is not a good place. You should not have come here.
Why? Why not?
This
We've
place is
been-
unnatural.
Why are you here?
Death follows it. I am not from here, but I have no choice but to be here. Don't become like me. Leave this place at once. Go back. This place is the harbinger of death. Go back. Return. Save your loved ones.
We came here for the star. It led us here.
Nah, it shakes his head. That's not good. It's not good at all. Star is, and it like points back inside this that sort of entrance that I was describing, and says, "You won't like what you find in there. I tell you, I've been here for a long time. I was the assistant." And like it's like doesn't know the words, like assistant. It's obviously like something is magically translating for it as it says this word.
Yeah.
Assistant to the doctor here. Nada. There's nothing you can do.
The doctor?
Yes. Vashnyara had many sages and scholars here. I was sent here as a young prince to study, and princess, I don't know the word. Prince, like it's realizes that its language has different like genders, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like messing. It's flipping back and forth.
Yeah.
And it goes. I was here to study, and well, things went wrong. Now I'm trapped here. Points at the bracers.
Does he actually point at the bracers?
Like it's
Like
trying.
probably
to.
like
It lifts him up.
Like,
Has it? It's
yeah,
done that
like,
several
these are the
times,
things
right?
that keep it here.
Yeah,
Like, these are the
so-
things that keep it here.
So,
It's like,
he,
I
so
can't.
obviously Rajan can't hear what they're talking about, but he's lifted his bracers up several times in like a showing manner, right? Is that correct? If he sees that this thing is docile when being touched by Zarina, he's gonna like lower his shield, and like he's still gonna eyeball this thing, but he's gonna stow his cutlass, and he's gonna stand next to Zarina and sort of squat down and look at the bracers.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Zarina,
yeah.
the same thing's happening to you as you communicate it. Like your mouth is making, like you're trying to like imagine speaking like the way you normally would, but it's coming out as like Spanish or something else. It's just you have no control over it.
Right.
So it's really jarring.
Yeah.
Everyone else hears you speak regularly though.
Right.
Do we hear the other thing speak regularly?
No,
Or
you
only
hear
yours?
it. You hear it speaking.
Okay.
It's weird thing. It's weird guttural tongue.
Right.
What do these bracers look like?
They're ornate. I'm sorry. Actually, they're not. They're rather extremely simple.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem to be very, very extremely polished. Now, this thing seems to be like they should have been scuffed up, but they just do not get scuffed, and they just seem ornately polished, simple silver bracers on the forelegs of this creature.
Yeah, she like is looking at the bracers as it gestures to them, and turns to Rajan and says, "These are keeping it here. I it's saying we should leave." And like she turns back to the goat and says, we have to press on. We can't leave. We have to see what's inside. And is it for sure that we would be trapped here if we went in?
No, this was my fate. Your fate will be different. Being here has given Maz a sense of prescience. And I worry. I worry for you, and I worry for this realm. This realm has cursed the wizard that dwells here in this comet ship. It like it once again, like there's like multiple words, and it's iterating itself. Yeah.
We have to press on. It's not your duty to worry about us. We've come here intentionally. And whatever our fate is, we must find it ourselves.
All right. It won't be convinced. It won't be convinced to let you here. You're gonna have to fight it if you want. If you
fight it?
Yeah, it's like I will have to give my life in service of defending this place from you. I tell you, I ask, I plead, do not come here.
You are defending it then.
Yes.
You're meant to guard it.
No. I was meant to learn from here and return to my people.
Why would you devote your life to fighting us to keep us from our fate?
There are some fates no one should have to suffer. To know what I know, to protect someone from what I know, I will. That is a worthy death for a god.
She like takes a step back and like turns to the group and says, it would die rather than let us pass. And I don't know what to make of that.
There are others here. Some laborers, some craftsmen, some prisoners, some esteemed guests like myself. All, prisoner, guest alike, have been changed by this place, by what it has. I implore you to find another way. Destroy this place. Return home and find a way to destroy this place.
when Zarina says that out loud, and we can understand her, Raiden sort of rises, and he looks to talk, and then he looks back to Zarina and Min and says, "Why have you come seeking the star?"
Are you asking us that?
Yeah.
I'm here because we need to free Zarina.
My job was to escort you to the star.
I know why you're here, Talk.
Oh.
But if you created the bridge, he looks to Min, then my brother is not here, and I have no business here.
We haven't even seen everywhere else.
But my brother's ship could not have created the bridge if you created it. There was no bridge before you made one.
But the rest of these people got here somehow.
But they are not from our world.
They're not
Look
from
at
this
this.
world either.
I don't think that continuing on and finding whatever it is worth killing this creature. I feel a strange connection to it, and I maybe I can't describe it, but then if the reason that you're here is for me, it shouldn't be.
You already knew that I was here for you, though.
I know, but we can't kill.
I don't think we should. Why don't we help it not be bound here anymore?
I have a question.
We should destroy this place.
Yeah.
Well, it's the question for Zarina. If we have killed dozens on the way here so far, and many more dozens died in order for us to get here, like Cinderberry and the Lightforged, what is one more death if the dead are already better off than we anyways? That's like Talk's core belief, that the dead are the lucky ones. The living are not.
Cinderberry said we would use this seed, and we would, like, when we got here. So we have to do something.
This entire time that we've been on this journey, I haven't killed in anything but self-defense. Even the Grigori, I did not want to kill.
But we've still killed.
But this is not in self-defense. It's not attacking us, and I won't attack it.
But it will attack us if we proceed. It has made its intentions known.
It says there's another way, and I believe it.
It doesn't want to fight us. Its intentions are to not fight us. If it fights us, it's because it's not its own choice. Am I able to... the bracers... Can we attempt to remove those?
Yeah, I meant to ask if I could get a closer look while I was near.
Because my other core belief is freedom is the right of all sentient beings, and I will attempt to free this thing.
Yeah, that's actually one of my core beliefs too, is that no being should be enslaved to another.
So I was asking how
Yeah.
to free it.
Yeah,
There is
I think Zarina believes at this point that destroying this place would free these beings.
Yeah,
They're on
and Raijin looked at the braces, and they're just plain. So the whatever's binding them to him is not inscribed on the bracers. There's something else.
So you ask it what must be done
Yeah,
to free it.
yeah.
I must be dismissed by the ones who summoned me here.
Who are those?
The doctor.
Where's the doctor?
It says, please. Don't try. Please leave.
We've traveled so far.
They're
we can't
inside.
leave and do nothing.
Eric, I'm using my device.
I'm afraid what you're asking is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. I have done the impossible.
I'm using my divine sense on it, Eric.
Sure.
So is it evil?
That's no, in the same way that the sense emotions nor the connection to the dream world don't really work.
So I don't have a connection to my god.
No, you do, but to sense alignment is very like finicky here. This thing doesn't operate under the same moral. It's neutral, I guess, is the best way of putting it.
Yeah, and that's sort of so we have to.
It's lawful.
It's lawful. So I dig that. It's obeying laws.
And you get a sense that it actually emanates its own alignment of that.
That's sort of what I'm getting.
Neutrality.
And it's described the others as this is a bad place, right? It described it as a bad place, and they've done, quote, bad things. So it's sort of taken a stance, not that it's its own stance, but there's this idea of bad things that are beyond.
Yeah, to itself. Yeah, what
so yeah, this is
the loss of life. It says this place is cause suffering wherever it goes.
Yeah, and that's so here's what Talk has to decide. Do I do more good by saying we got to go past you and defeat whatever's beyond you, or do we follow Zyrina and there's another way, we go back and we end this place? Talk is more leaning towards Zyrina's side because this thing's not evil. Talk's not going to resort to violence against this thing. He absolutely refuses. If he did not detect evil on it and it's not evil, and his god's like, this is its own thing and it's explained circumstance to you, I'm almost willing to side with it, and I'm willing to side with Zyrina. So even though we've killed many other things, we can't. Guys, we're going to have to go back and find another way. It's told us to go home and find a way to end this place. I think that's what we have to do. It's not our time to be here. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you say that out loud?
Absolutely.
Raijin continues to take another step back and says, "You are convincing only yourself. My brother is not here."
Maz asks you, Serena, why have you come?
I came to do something that is impossible in my world. It's selfish, but we've been told the star can do many powerful things.
The master has come here, has returned here to fix that which is broken.
Broken.
This world.
What about it is broken?
Something is stopping its cycle.
We can't speak to the master.
I'm afraid that is impossible.
What does it say?
What? It says that our world is broken and someone has returned here to fix it, and we can't see them, and I don't know what to do.
It's deliberately being cryptic.
The world is not broken. It abides by the Void Mother's laws and her guidance. It works as it always has.
Always?
Yes.
Well,
I mean, if you guys are confused,
is there a way that I can
yeah.
Yeah. Is there a
Don't
way
be
that
afraid to ask me like out of character questions to be like, what do I need to do? And like,
yeah, that's what I'm. What do I need to do to like get a straight answer, basically? Like, so obviously it has an opinion on what it thinks that we should be doing. So I guess what my goal would be to get a straight answer.
This thing doesn't trust you because you're from this world that's apparently broken, and it doesn't. So it's trying to vet whether or not you're trustworthy or not.
Right. So how do I prove that I am?
Tell it what you're trying to do.
Raijin looks to you.
It says your purpose is vague to me. I do not trust the vague.
Raijin looks to you after making his declaration that the world is fine, and asks you, and kind of like nods to the goat. What is broken about the world?
He asks what's broken. Do you know?
Your cycle is broken. That which is life to death is... Something is wrong here. And it says, I am a god, but I am no wizard.
Well done.
This is not... What is broken is not something that I know.
Okay, guys. So I have a plan, kind of. But, so I think, Serena turns back to the group and kind of gives them like a rundown of the situation, like everything that Maz has told her about, the world being broken and, the people trapped here and how, they won't let us through. And she looks to them and says, I know what I feel, but I'm curious about the rest of you and what you want to do. We've all traveled so far to get here, and there are so many options in front of us. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to convince them to trust me. What do you think?
I mean, it did say it doesn't like your vague answer.
I know. I'm keeping that on the back burner.
Right. Okay.
Last resort.
Sure.
Man, I don't know if Raijin has anything to say to Zarina. Like, he doesn't have an opinion on this. He kind of already stated his opinion. That is, he doesn't think that his brother's here at all, so he has no business being here.
I think she's asking the group, but I think she's mainly asking Min.
Why is that one upset? Pointing to Raijin. Or like gesturing to Raijin.
He doesn't believe the world is broken.
I met another that was like that. There was
Did
one.
you?
Yes.
Who?
It doesn't know its name. Maz does not know the name, but a visitor. Recent.
I
like watching Summer figure out how to say this to not enrage Raijin.
I don't think Serena says anything. I think she reaches out and grabs Raijin's hand and places it on the goat so that he can talk directly to the goat.
Okay.
Without saying, I think it's very abrupt. It's
like he's very confused at first and jumps into you.
Yeah, because she knows what his journey has been and like what he's looking for, and so it's like as soon as she gets this information, it like shocks her, and she just reaches out and grabs him, like yanks him over and puts his hand on the goat.
What is this? What are you doing? His hand touches the goat.
Yeah. You have suffered much.
What are you? What?
Yeah, and your words kind of change and twist. And yeah, it says.
What is this?
It's okay. It is a gift.
This is no gift I choose to receive. What are you?
You touched Maz. You've received the gift. It's okay. I mean no offense. I am a prisoner here, and I've taken it upon myself to warn you of the dangers of this place. The seclusium is not meant for people like you.
My companion tells me that you come to change the world, that the cycle is broken. Life and death does not flow as it should.
Please separate the wills of the master of this place and the wills of my own. I merely wish to go home.
Maz, please tell my friend what you just
for?
told me.
And why? What is it that you want?
Is it asking either like both of them at the same time, or is it asking? Any
No,
one of
it's
us?
asking you because it's
Okay.
trying to get an answer from Serena.
He says, "I seek
Do
my
not be
brother.
vague. Do not be vague.
I seek my brother, and nothing else."
And look, it thinks about it for a second because it doesn't know what brother means, and it goes, Does this brother look like you?
Identical.
Yes. Then you are in the right place.
He's here.
I know not, but a recent traveler. Yes.
He kind of like looks to
Like you.
he looks
Yes.
he looks at Irina and looks back.
Identical. Yeah, uses the word that you
Yeah.
use.
Just nodding.
He looks to Irina and looks back and says, "My companion says you won't let us pass and that we'll have to kill you. But you stand here before me, and my brother does not. How did he pass?"
He was welcomed as a guest. You were not welcomed as a guest.
Why?
That is the information they do not give Maz.
I seek only his companionship. That one is my guardian. And he kind of nods back towards
Looks
Talk.
to Min.
He looks to him and nods towards Talk.
Yes. That one is made of magic.
Yes.
Powerful. When he says magic, he like looks around like this place.
Yeah. He also nods towards Min and says, "This one only seeks to aid this one," and nods towards Zarina.
Yeah. And it looks back to Zarina and says, "Yes. Yes, wait, yes. And it just nods affirmingly and says, "This one is the strange one, isn't it?" Like very vague, right? Deliberately very vague. It's implying that it's like Grigori is different, and says, "Yes."
Yes, she is strange. I couldn't agree more. She doesn't believe in curses or gods.
They have the makings of the wizards, then. Do they believe in the stars?
He looks to you.
Yes.
Where I come from, it is said that each star is the home of a wizard. Do you have that story in this place?
I don't know if the word wizard is right.
In this place we have many wizards of great talent across the land.
What are your stars for here? Why do your stars fall?
The stars fall because the Void Mother wills it.
What is Void Mother?
The storm that brings and takes life. The great serpent enshrouding the world.
It takes a real deep breath and says, powerful enough to stop life and death.
Life and death is as the Void Mother wills it.
It's actually getting really concerned about you. Like, you can tell its posture has changed. It's afraid that you work for the Void Mother, and now it's starting to think that the Void Mother is the reason why there's problems. Like, it's like doing this right now. It's like, I'm sorry, I cannot let you all pass. I have judged and I have deemed that you are not worthy.
Tox walking up and placing his hand on Maz.
Mm-hmm.
I have been sent by Najima the Old One, the god of the stars, the sun, the universe itself, to right this place. What am I to do? I'm naming my god's name.
Yeah.
He sent me. That's who I'm powered by. Gods deal with gods.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check with advantage. Holy shit,
Sure.
that's super good.
And I'm dropping. Let's. Can I use my channel divinity? I don't know. It's been a while, but
Yeah, I mean, if you fictionally, you're dropping.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to add 4 to this roll. So it's with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so 18. And I want to use my inspiration just because we've been playing for a while and I haven't. So, So 19.
Oh, okay. So here's what I would say.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't see that I hit it twice. So that would have been 21, 22, whatever.
What?
Do you see how I hit persuasion twice in chat?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, wait,
that
no,
was
that
very
was my old one. I
Yeah.
forgot. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I rolled. I've already tried to persuade him twice. So sorry.
Yeah. Okay. No. It says, yes, I'm aware of Najima. If you are a loyal servant, command them to free me. Only the rules and the God of the Old One, if you so are a conduit of their power, can free me of this burden, he says. And he looks at the silver bracers.
All right. Pleading to Najima for direction. Najima, what am I to do? I'm reading the Staff of Striking, which we pulled from the dead, drowned, severed hands of Akkad himself. And I'm pronouncing the bracers depart, and I'm readying, and I am striking the bracers to release them.
Okay. Can you make an attack roll on them for me with advantage?
Yeah, I can do that.
Do it.
23 plus 3, so 26.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Roll damage.
All right, so it's going to be roll, and I'll pump a charge into it. So 1d8 plus 6, so that's 8 plus. It helps if I spell this right.
Does any of those roll 20 kind of break every now and again?
You know what? I'm allowed to re-roll my 2, I believe. My great weapon fighting. If I roll a 1 or a 2 on damage, I'm allowed to re-roll it. Or is it just
Yeah.
a 1? Let me double check. Yeah,
I think it's
so
1 or
let me-
2. It's a feat.
Yeah, so let me re-roll.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. do
Yeah,
that.
so I do even more damage. So 11 plus 6, 17 points of damage.
Okay. That's enough to break the bracers upon it. It's shackled. So let me ask you about your communication with your god. What does your god do when they favor you?
When my god favors me, are you talking about the intrinsic feelings that I feel or the extrinsic? The extrinsic are my abilities. But
No,
my
intrinsic.
my intrinsic, you know how each Lightforge has the light within them?
Mhm.
I can feel the light grow and flow through my body almost as if it's lucid celestial fluids.
Yeah.
And I can feel like my lifeless Lightforge eyes glow and radiate. Even if no one else can perceive it, I can perceive it. And if you could imagine the iris on a camera, the gain going up but no noise levels, the world brightens and illuminates.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when I have favor.
so as the strike comes down on the silver bracers, they shatter and dissolve into just a sprinkle of dust that just completely just obliterates them. It rears back and starts hopping and like a joyful things like, it is broken. You have spoken the truth. You are connected. Please. I cannot thank you enough. And it bows and starts chanting. This, because you booped its snoot. You still, even though you booped its snoot, you can't understand what it's saying here. But it totally begins to break this place a little bit. Like the sky around it starts seems to break above it, and it starts making sort of this beam of light down on it, and begins to sort of dissipate into this beam of light and disappear from this place. Your god and maybe this thing, you're not quite sure, because there's just a huge amount of divine happiness that's just that fills you up, that your wisdom permanently goes up by 4 points.
Woo!
Your sense of divine guidance here you've been rewarded. For yes, you've literally freed a god. So your god and itself have looked upon you favorably. It's just not a god of this place.
Hallelujah.
It otherwise would have been trapped here for eternity. So good job.
Thank goodness, and I know what that's like. So
yeah. All right.
We may proceed, I announce to the party.
I think it's last parting words or whatever, right? Like as it's fading out or whatever, it's just just beware what you touch as it leaves.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So you guys approach the proper seclusium itself. The entrance and archway, as you approach it, are impossibly big, based on where you were moments before. While it might have looked like it was, maybe the size of a small house, is the size of a mansion, or even bigger. The closer you get to it. The rocks and sand it is made out of seems to be carved. Doesn't even seem to be carved. It seems that it was just always been here. It's just naturally smooth. But the inside of this place is incredibly dark. In fact, you can't even see past sort of just the main entranceway. It's just this black kind of void. A little bit of sand trickles down in front of it. What do you guys do? Do you enter the place now, or do you want to investigate this place outside some more before you go in? Or
yeah, what does it look like outside? So besides a mansion, is there is it just look like a mansion, or are there carvings in this thing? Is it all alien and strange?
Oh yeah. So once again, I incur. Let me do this if I can find an image of Petra, and I'll show it off.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this
imprint that's sort of just engraved inside of this rock, of this sort of ornate entranceway into this rocky face.
So it's like a huge bas relief then.
Yeah, it's a huge bas relief. It looks like almost at one point there should be waterfalls coming out of the sort of the top windows, but it obviously doesn't because it's rock. But no, there's just sort of this perverse silence over this place. For what should be a rather vibrant looking place seems to be very quiet and dull. You get a sense that something is wrong here.
Okay. And there's no symbology on the outside of this thing. It's just this relief in the stone.
I mean, there is, but it's symbols that do not make any sense.
Yeah, it's all non-Euclidean geometry kind of things. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. It's probably a way of putting it. It's not. It is all very Euclidean geometry. Everything seems to make sense here, but it's just a matter of the actual language is just impossible.
Okay.
If you could try to study it. I mean, you are familiar with
I'm
runes.
gonna take a look at this. So I have a bonus for runes. So I have I think I have like
advantage. When you
I
do
have
knowledge
double
or arcana
proficiency
checks on this.
Yeah, I have double proficiency for religion or arcana regarding runes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with arcana and add another 2 to this, whatever this roll is. So a 23.
A 23 is pretty good. What do you? Okay, so you don't cast spells, right?
No. So the way Raijin works in this is a talent imbued in Voidborn culture. It's like these runes are what power our ships, apart from astrogators, but it's also what helps power our cities. And these runes, at least as far as he believes, are a language that comes directly from the Void Mother. So like this isn't Void speech. This isn't common. This is like archaic whatever. Directly brought down from the prophets to the Voidborn people. Yeah.
Well, this place is both utter, like in all. I shouldn't say both. This place to you is awesome. It is by every sense of the word. Reading these runes leaves you trembling at its secrets that it provides about, and in some ways defies what the Void Mother preaches. The runes that you read on the outside or that you can decipher, you realize can be kind of deferred or inferred as gestures. And if you would follow, and it's sort of like you have this feeling that you should follow along with the gestures. Do you? It's like a spell.
So he's like, once he realizes this, he stops and turns to Min and says, "The song you sang, there were runes written around the statue. They were magical runes of binding.
Yeah.
It's meant to not be read. But you had already began singing your song. These are not music, but dance.
Mm-hmm.
Something not quite well adjusted to my people. I can explain to you what each one means, but this is another piece of spell work." And he kind of looks to you, assuming that you can dance.
I don't know, Raijin. I kind of would like to see you dance a little bit.
I see the armor.
Yeah,
It's uncomfortable to dance in.
Yeah, you know that these were warding runes that if you would choose to reenact, you would be ultimately casting a spell.
Yeah.
But instead, you're going to show it to Min.
Yeah, like I'll walk her through it. So I'll assist her in the I'll translate the maneuver if she does it. If she chooses to do it.
Do you choose to follow along to the spell? You feel this is uncomfortable. This is not bardic music. This is something different. This is very much arcane, the acts of a wizard. Should you proceed with this?
Min loves a good adventure and puzzle, so she's definitely going to go for it.
Sure.
He does give you one last warning in that he says, I recognize a few of these as warding. This will either create a ward or break a ward. I can't figure out which.
I had to guess based on the previous emotional turmoil. I'm guessing that this is going to break something.
Let me give you this. Let me give you this option because you rolled so well on your Arcana check. Do you give them? You have 2 options when you're looking over these ruins. That are sort of mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
There's sort of like a shorter hand one that's probably better in combat, or there's a more longer term one that's sort of like the whole script that you're able to read. Which one do you share?
It would be the whole script.
Okay, cool. So you walk through the whole process here?
Yeah. So I'll provide her advantage, I guess, on this.
Yeah. No, Zarina can give me not Zarina, obviously. Minea, how about you give me an Arcana check, I think, to do this, to learn this.
Ooh.
Cool. Let's roll this guy. That's it, right there.
You have advantage.
We're in the game. I don't have shit for Arcana.
You have advantage.
Oh.
16.
Okay. That is just enough. So go ahead and add a spell that you know that's independent of your classes that you can cast. You know protection from evil and good. Based on the rituals that you read on these runes here, you now can cast protection from evil and good.
Cool.
Gotcha. Where do I put that now, though?
It's a spell. You can
just
drag
put
it
it
whenever
in
you
your
choose.
spell. Yeah.
No, I know, but like, which?
Like spell slot 1
Yeah,
or 2.
sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
If you just click
It's a
on it.
wizard
Spell.
It's a
Yeah.
level 1 spell.
Yeah.
But it's a spell that you can cast once per day that is not a factor of the spells known versus prepared for you.
Oh,
so
cool.
just put it in
It's a
the
thing that
1.
you-
Yeah.
Yes, it's like an ability you can cast now. Because you stared at these runes and they were taught by
Yeah, the new
Right.
D&D Roll20, the one that we're using right now, it's pretty intuitive. You just drag the spell over, it automatically
Yeah, I
assigns
just
it.
automatically dropped it into
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it puts it where it belongs.
So good
I'm a
shit.
noob.
Yeah.
And then seeing that she seems to understand the moves to do whatever this is, he pulls out his shield, the waiting for you, my happiness, and holds it above his head and sort of begins to walk through this curtain of sand.
Yeah. And I think that's where we call it for today.
Hell yeah.
The more we enter the place.
Damn it.
Shit, everybody.
Damn it. I wanted to keep going. No.
know.
Is it Tuesday?
I'm ready. I got another like 3 pages of notes to go through this.
God damn it.
So don't worry about it.
I thought we were going to have to kill that goat, man.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. That's why I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna go really badly.
I
Wait.
didn't either.
I was like, I'm not prepared to fight a freaking god. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
We die.
Oh. God.
Nice work. How was it, everybody? Good episode.
It was,
I didn't tell my only secret.
it was anxiety ridden. Thought I had to kill a goat person.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had to leave. I was so upset because I was like, I knew you wrote a whole bunch for this place, but it was right up until you were like, oh yeah, Raijin's brother's here. I was like, oh, Raijin, his clear line of thought is there was no staircase, and then you made a staircase. There's no way his brother could be here. Like, that makes perfect sense. I'm going to leave now.
They didn't lie to you. They
Yeah.
didn't lie to you.
Yeah. I was like, shit. I was like, I have no reason
Yeah.
to be here.
So you're like, what the fuck is this place? It
Yeah.
should be the thing that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I insta killed 4 things. So
You
that
sure
was
did.
cool.
That was
Yeah.
dope.
And I have
dope.
3 nat 20s
Yeah.
left.
To give you and to give you guys a sense of what's going on for the rest of what's going on inside the seclusium, there are things. Everything that's kind of in here this isn't a dungeon per se.
Mm-hmm.
This is like things that are neutral. There's a place you could probably find to rest, and like there are other people to interact with. There are things there are certainly things here to fight. It is actually going to be sort of its own kind of like thing here. It's just to give you guys an idea going into what to expect. All
I'm
right,
excited.
so-
I'm excited and nervous. I'm nervous.
yeah,
Excited.
you are literally exploring the wizard seclusium that exists on a comet that returns here every so
Wow.
often. So, cool, good shit.
Not ready for
yeah,
it.
get ready for some weird shit though. All right,
I was gonna say, is this like Vincent Baker inspired writings, Eric?
kind of.
Kind of, yeah. I know because it's different. Like I haven't read,
Yeah.
but I know of some cool,
Yeah.
weird
I mean-
wizard supplement stuff.
Yeah, you're
Such a
dealing.
good designer.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be dealing with a lot of that stuff. I'm definitely moving from some
man.
OSR things
Nice.
here. But in return,
Don't touch it.
in return, though, sometimes the things you interact with are super cool and beneficial.
I'm down for it.
in ways that you just would not get anywhere else.
Awesome.
But also
I
keep in
cannot
mind, if things go really badly, it could just be like you permanently forgot a spell slot, or like your intelligence decreases. Like like you're dealing with big money here.
Yeah.
You're the big boys and girls table.
Sweet.
So,
I cannot wait till next week. Is it Tuesday yet?
know.
So let's go around. I'll introduce our cast and crew. Get your thoughts on this game. So we'll start with Eric. Eric, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think about this episode?
Hey, yeah, I'm Eric Vulgaris and everything. I really enjoyed this episode. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on how much I should explain about what I'm thinking versus how much you guys should be kind of exploring and asking me. So like, for example, like the puzzle fight today about like getting the spell thing going. I wasn't about like getting the right succession, the DDR / fight them off problem fight, which like in my head I thought was really cool. But I felt like maybe, I don't know, I keep running into this problem where I think that you guys are too lost because I'm not good enough at explaining the things that are in my head the first time.
I think Meta picked up on that there was a puzzle immediately.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Do I do a good enough job explaining what's going on?
Yes.
I put the pieces together as soon as you talked about the statue. It was like, I know exactly what it needs to do. I didn't want to metagame, so I purposely let my character explore what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
No, I felt like as soon as you said that it was a Grigori doing something that they don't normally do, I was like, oh, they're singing. If it's like consort and Grigori together, it's a Grigori singing, most likely. But yeah, no, it was a super cool trying to decide, do you help? Do you fight? Like, we're getting attacked by these things. Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool.
And speaking of deciding between helping and fighting, Summer, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of tonight's episode?
Hey everybody, I'm Summer. I stream on off_the table here on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter at it's just a summer job, sorry. And then our off the table. We stream a bunch of different stuff. Tomorrow we have mouse guards. Thursday we do a DM advice show, and then this Friday we have Monster Hearts 2. I'm really excited to keep going with that. It's one of my new favorite games. Tonight was dope. I got to talk to a goat for a while and boop with a goat. Love that. Like, I was like, when we were trying to talk to it, I was like, there's gotta be a way we can talk to this freaking goat. And then as soon as I thought touch it, I was like, I felt like such an idiot that none of us had tried to touch the goat. But yeah, tonight was awesome. And it's like the more time we spend in this place, the less and less Serena feels like she deserves. Like even Raijan's excuse for being here is more noble than her own cause, is how she's kind of feeling at this point. So I'm excited to explore that conflict within her over the next session or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, tonight was awesome.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I like that half the party is here to help the other half of the party get here.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Which I think for me, that like as soon as Min was like, oh yeah, I'm here to help Zarina, I was like, that makes her feel even more like not worthy of being here.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out as we move forward.
So speaking of making Zarina feel not worthy, Meta, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of tonight's episode?
Wow, that opening. I am Metamancer. I make people feel worthless.
No,
I'm just kidding. I just had to throw that back in. Like, I do streaming on my channel on the weekends, and I'm on other people's shows during the week. I also do development and pretty much like a bazillion things surrounding tabletop stuff. So tomorrow there will be a very happy announcement on Twitter. So please jump in there. It's about the roleplay extension. So if you are interested in that, highly recommend hanging out and taking a look for that on the Twitter. This episode, I don't even know where to begin. This episode was really, really good. I like mental puzzles and like the test against time. I think that's really cool. I like that idea, and I don't see it very often actually. So I really like that you did that, Eric. Like having that time pressure makes the roles so much more important. That's why I really enjoyed last week's episode with Zarina and us having to be like, we don't have infinite amount of time to do this. We have to do it right. So I like that. That makes it a lot more emotionally like involved. So kudos, sir. And I also got to insta-kill things, which a bard normally would never, ever do. So that's fucking awesome. And yeah, and I conjured a fucking staircase. So, it's cool.
Yeah, you insta-killed like 5 things.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Four things, because Todd wrecked that other one. Like,
that's true.
He's like, you trying to go over there? Mm-mm.
Not today.
Shall not pass. Full blown. Just done.
In that combat, I think I did 125 points of damage in 3 rounds. So,
yeah, it
Jesus.
was really good. It was a lot of fun. I think everybody had a good, I think everybody in the combat was very thoroughly involved. I think it was very balanced between everyone. Like Rajan was determined to protect Minea and place himself between that, as well as Z, making the decision to balance helping her sing or do what she does best, which in this case, I agree that, Summer, you made the right call on okay, I need to attack these things just in case they don't.
I mean, the thing is, it could have been a lot harder if you hadn't been rolling so fire. You were just, your rolls were on fire, which is the reason I did not have to help you.
My rolls were definitely very good. I was surprised, but I was holding on to 3 nat 20s just in case, because I knew it was if we don't get this shit, we're screwed.
Yeah.
So, overall, great episode. Like I said, I like the balance between everything. Good enough, from a intellectual challenge to combat.
Thanks. Sweet. Try to mix it up in D&D and not just have you guys fight things.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have remembered that there's more to combat than just being in combat. And I recently had a Eric Vulgaris inspired combat where people were chest deep in water, fighting things that had wall climbing. So that was fun for me, not for them. They hated every second of it because they
cast grease on the wall.
Yeah, well, they didn't have that. So they were fresh out of Wizards, so they were screwed. But it was awesome. So we'll jump over last but not least. Grant, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of tonight?
Hi, my name's Grant Ellis. I'm an independent content creator for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. You didn't get to hear me sing in Italian tonight, but I had picked a song out just in case Brother Talk used his +5 in performance. I actually don't think it's that high. It's probably only +3. But I'm on this show on Monday nights. I'm on Classic Crawls on Return to Greyhawk. There's a new show coming out in roughly a month by a certain D&D centric YouTube channel that has 83,000 some odd subscribers that are starting to get into Twitch streaming. And I've been casting that show. I don't think they've made an official announcement yet, though, but that's coming down the pipe. I'm the host of the Dungeons & Dragons World Series on Friday nights. More invites are going out to team soon, and I'll be running for the Venture Maidens on Friday. I'm an occasional Twitch streamer. I run a lot of D&D open mic nights and other opportunities. If there's other games other than D&D, such as Mouse Guard, Polaris, Monster Hearts, Dungeon World, etc., that people want to play, and I want to play them, I jump in there. I ran a game for charity on unMadeGaming last Saturday, Tales from the Loop, and I look forward to next month to do that again. I really enjoyed tonight's session, specifically because it felt like I got to play the Paladin from board to board. The Paladin did everything that a Paladin could want to do. He invoked the name of his god. He hit with Divine Smites for lots of damage. He essentially got to use his Channel Divinity. So there was the full range of being a Paladin, which is challenging to do sometimes because it's one of the few classes where alignment is enforced based on the type of Paladin you are. Otherwise, you should just play some other character class. But it was a lot of fun. I love the alien goat god. That was the most... that was actually really the kind of the coolest things I've encountered in Dungeons and Dragons. I love the idea of extraplanar beings. As a player, though, as a dungeon master, as a player, terrified of octopi, terrified of shadows, terrified of puzzles with clocks because we are beholden to the luck of the dice, terrified of extraplanar beings. I was certain that our souls were going to get sucked out of us in a way that was incomprehensible to us. And then we were going to end up being reborn as goat children and have to play Minecraft on a Minecraft server with D&D mods or something like that. And Eric just was like, no, you've literally been transported to another plane. But I thoroughly enjoy playing with this party. They're a great group of players, and they do a lot of good in the community. So give them all follows.
Sweet, guys. And with that, we're going to get the hell out of here and go drop a little raid over before they end to Video Store Cowboy. They're currently playing 6 and 20 Metropolis on their Tuesday show. I'm there on the Wednesday show. That's here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Meta is there on the Thursday show. That's at Not So Speedruns at 8 p.m. on Thursdays. So you can come here and see some of that, City You Missed. You can come see us at 7 p.m. on Thursday for 2 Million Tales, Havoc at the Hinterlands. Yeah, there's going to be no streams for me this weekend because I'm going to New York for a fun time. So with that, guys, I will see you guys all later. From all of us to you, bye-bye.
Bye.